situation, and whoever wins gets to pick the map first. You know, and
Yep.
uh, and yeah. Wait, hold on, I think.
All right, cool.
I mixed up the team real quick. All right. So we got Elo Moon and then UKZ Ross on the red team. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my mic off. We'll start the 1v1 match, and after that, then we'll do the introduction to the stream.
All right. Well, as Amateur Gamer said, we have Elo Moon playing for Venom Esports in this 1v1, and UKZ Ross playing for Retribution. This is for the map pick, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, this 1v1 is a best of 3. First up, Farah is these 1v1s either last a long time or they end real quick. And sorry if you're a fan, I live in Houston, it's very hot out here.
Contact.
No shots have been hit by either side just yet. They are playing kind of far apart for a fair 1v1. And it seems like Elo Moon wants to take his distance, and nice shot on UKZ Ross takes him down to 80 health. And there's the second one, Elo Moon winning that without taking any damage at all, as far as I know. Next up, we have Genji 1v1s. Not sure at all how this will go. But it does seem like both these players are going to be taking the opposite side of the map, left and right. Although as I say that, of course, UKZ Ross comes back towards the middle. Nice shurikens from UKZ Ross, takes down Elo Moon real low, almost kills him outright, and takes him down with a headshot at the end. Good shuriken placement overall from UKZ Ross. Now we have Battle of the Tracers. This is completely up to your recall. If you recall too early or too late, you lose this 1v1. You have to be so careful about using it. Let's see if they spot each other off to this side. There's no health packs in this game mode, so they will have to be really careful about when to recall. Recall is used first by Elo Moon, but he does manage to run away. So better recall from UKZ Ross brings him to higher health, and Elo Moon below half health. This doesn't look good for him, and he gets taken down by UKZ Ross, or yeah, UKZ Ross.
2-1.
I guess it's not a best of 3. Battle of Widowmakers. This is straight mechanical skill right here. Whoever's better with aiming is just gonna win this. There's no real contest about that. And Ross taking a more forward position here than Elo Moon, who is deciding to push up now towards the middle. Neither of them have seen each other. I think they do hear each other though, because they are kind of looking around. And grapple from Elo Moon doesn't let him get line of sight onto Ross. Now they're fighting, and Elo Moon, one quick shot to the head takes him down. Did take a body shot, but it wasn't enough to kill him.
Soldier 76. Fight. Match point.
This is the last. This is definitely the last one, and Soldier's gonna be really interesting to see here, considering that Soldier depends on so many different things. The timing for his healing field, his helix placement. Elamon seems to have wasted his healing field already and a helix, so he has to wait here before he can get healed up all the way. Nice shot from Ross, taken down to about half health, though Elamon just heals back up. And now it's like Moon's trying to take different positioning around the map, trying to get a flank off onto Ross. Ult charge is actually exactly the same. These guys have done the exact same amount of damage to each other and the exact same amount of healing. And now these guys can see where each other are, so there's no more hiding for Elamon. Nice helix takes a bit of Elamon's health down. Let's drop a healing field early here, and so does Ross. I don't understand why he dropped that there. And now it's just straight skill, no more actually helix back up, and isn't enough. Ross gets taken down by Elamon, and Venom Esports will have first pick at the map.
Play of the game.
Of course, sharpshooter. Nice shots from Elamon on this Pharah. Oh, we're not having more of this. Alright, I guess we are going to be playing on Eichenwalde here. Mora will be in the hero pool. Bravo dot flop, that's alright. Just go back to work. I guess we'll start introductions here. First up on the side of Venom Esports, we have Elamon. Doesn't really have that much player this season. Has played mostly Junkrat in his past seasons as well. Has peaked at top 500. Are we ready to do introductions or? Guess I'll just wait till. Oh, I guess we'll just go in without introductions. Never mind.
Traveling to Eichenwalde.
Alright, well, we do have Eichenwalde. This map is very good for Junkrat, but it's very good for Pharah as well. Elamon will most likely be playing Junkrat here. Considering how good it is on defense, you can just spam down that choke, and it's so hard to get through it. Here, it looks like on the defense, we're going to see a pretty standard death ball with Rhyme, Diva, and Ana. DPS aren't as standard, but you know, just set up a Junkrat behind the Divine Shield and you'll be good.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Venom Esports is really going to be relying on Vnoxy to get this to get the healing out to especially Carlos Fox, considering how much considering how they're diving on the side of Retribution. They have to be really careful. This sleep dart's going to be huge from Noxy if he lands it. And Farrell already coming out from UKZ Ross. Guess they expected the Junkrat coming out. And Poke Oni dives in, doesn't really do much other than kill the Junkrat mine. And JJ overrun on a side of Retribution. Had to use nade early. Well, no hit scan here to deal with the fair. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Looks like they're just going to focus on the ground game. Hit scanner takes down overrun. And now Ilamoon directing his attention over to the pharmacy. Does it. Good distraction so that hit scanners and Dominic can just get in there and take out the D-Mech. Ult advantages, or nano advantages heavily in the Team Venom's, or Venom Esports' favor. Ilamoon does take down bad on that Genji. And Rocket Barrage is up here, comes out, takes down the D.Va mech. Finds the D.Va, but nothing more. Noxy keeping up Carlos here through this D.Va mech. And that's another one fight by the defense. Nice shots by Overrun, takes down hit scanners, but he's punished by Ilamoon. Can't really get through this Winston barrier just yet. Forces Poke Under to back off though. Well, 5 ults are up here for the defense, and a couple coming up for the offense, but I don't think it'll be enough considering how well they've been playing without ults. Tori does force out a res, and the Valkyrie, and actually just a ton of ults being forced out here on the offense. I guess they really want to win this fight. They use what, like 4 ults to use it to win that, and 2 ults were used by the defense. It wasn't. They didn't. I just didn't really think that they needed to use any more, and they ended up getting punished for it. Ross is spoken here, trying to get some more ult charge towards his Rocket Barrage at 90% already. And Hitscanner's Honest Tracer has been playing so aggressive. It's completely out of position here behind the backlines, and Ilamoon's a nice on to Bliss. Nice nade from Overrun. Keeps the D.Va mech up for a little bit more, but it isn't enough with the nice Earth Shatter that Carlos hit. Ross does take down hit scanners late though, so they will have man advantage coming in here if they rush this. And Nano Barrage is available here, but nice shots from Mita, takes him down immediately. Bliss does res Ross so he can get back in the air, and Nano comes out on the D.Va. Interesting decision here. Glory Boy making it work though. Takes down 3 people with that Nano. Kills are being traded though. This has to be more decisively won by Retribution. Poke Oni taking down Jamie's mech will help that. Ilamoon uses his Riptide, manages to find Poke Oni, but it doesn't seem like it was enough.
My ultimate is almost ready. Group up with me.
No, on the defense we see a couple coming up, getting close to the Transcendence. Almost have D.Va Bomb and Tracer Bomb. And Self-Destruct goes over the top, finds 3 people. Great Self-Destruct by Pori. And Nano on the Carlos is pretty much wasted. There's no one to there's no one to help him with the follow-up. And hit scanners looks like he might be staggered here. As will Jamie. Great ults from Retributions. And it looks like they might be able to just get this push in. No, they won't. There is a trance coming out here. And Dragon Blade comes up right after that. No trance to counter it, but hit scanners and Elomoon taking down both the healers. Poke does take down Carlos, but Elomoon trading bad for bad. This is a very scattered fight, but it looks like it will be won by the defense as the reinforcements are coming back in. And Poconi just resets off the map. And good use of ults here from Venom Esports. Let them hold that point, which looked like it was going to be an easy push. Overrun switches over to the Lucio, trying to get back to the point faster, trying to get more consistent in AoE healing as well.
I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
And Ross and Hitscanners have been having this 1v1 over and over again. Neither of them has really been getting too much out of it. Stick does take down Carlos. Nice bomb takes the Elomoon out of play. And now Ross and the rest of his team can just clean up here. Just a D.Va Mech and Tracer on point. Nice pulse on from Hitscanners, takes down Overrun, but it won't be enough. Questionable use of his ult for Hitscanners for sure. Midas has switched over to the Lucio as well, trying to back up here, trying to get at least 2 fights in this phase. The ults are coming up for the defense here. They will have the Riptire and the Nano. And a couple others too. This is a pretty free Nano. Only takes down a D.Va Mech though. Carlos could have chained that into more. But it looks like it might be enough. A huge anti takes everyone down to about half health, and Elomoon cleans up with the Riptire. And only one straggler in Carlos with a nice Fire Strike takes Ross out of play.
My ultimate is charging. Let's group up here. My ultimate is charging.
Well, Elomoon can just spam through this choke now. It's a really lucky shot on the Ross there. Almost takes him down. But Hitscanners is an early DMAC on Pori. He's gonna completely work against Retribution's favor, and that followed up by a 2-man D.Va bomb is so strong. Nano is used on the Hitscanners on the Tracer, something you don't typically see, but he made it work, put a lot of damage out. Didn't get any final blows, but just didn't like that matter too much. UKZ Ross is switched over to the Junkrat now, trying to spam into this choke point. And if I would be perfectly honest, I think Pokemon should switch off this Winston. It just isn't working here. They're just getting spammed way too much. Hitscanner takes down Bliss before anything happens. Sound Barrier is used in response to the Dragon Blade, although it still does manage to take down Noxie. And Retribution might be bringing this fight back. Pori takes down Elomoon, who has been doing so well for Venom Esports. And Ross with the D-Mech and kill onto D.Va. Will really even this out. Mora comes out from Noxie here, trying to go for the last section to press with the Mora. And Earthshatter doesn't find anything at all. Good charge though from Carlos, takes that over on a nice Riptide, completely wins this fight for Venom Esports. Elomoon playing so well this whole game. As you heard team kill right there at the end. We are paused because someone has dropped. Pogoni is back though, so we will get to go straight back into this. No real pause. And Team Retribution's refusal to go to switch off the Winston there might have been the reason they couldn't fully cap a point. They got really close, which is very good on Eichenwalde, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for their team. I'm hoping to see a Reinhardt here, considering how strong Reinhardt is, and Pokoni has left again. As I was saying, Ryan is very strong on this first point when you're defending. So I'm hoping that Pokoni switches over to Iran. And I think we might need to message the captain about this, see what's going on. Alright, I think Pokoni's back now. So we can restart this. Let's hope it's for good this time. Yes, this, as Vaderm has said, this is our open EU tourney. Here we have Team Retribution in the red playing against Venom Esports in the blue. And Pokoni is switching over to the Reinhardt like I hoped. And they're gonna be running double projectiles here, Junkrat and Pharah. Both very good spam heroes. So hoping to see really good stuff out of the defense here, considering they can just spam down that choke. And I think my camera's close to number 4. There it is. Running double main healer too. This is interesting. They're most likely gonna be running a pharmacy with Overrun taking care of the ground forces when it comes to healing. And Noxie on the Mora, maybe? Perhaps? We didn't see a Mora on the last time around until the very last point, and Noxie will be coming out on this Mora. Running an interesting dive here with Carlos, Jamie, and Hitscanner the only real dive heroes. And already on point is hit scanners, and Noxie taking down Bliss with the biotic orb, or whatever it's called, the damage orb. Overrun and Vad do get a couple kills for a turn, but it isn't enough for Noxie on that Mora. D.Va does come out from Pori. Pori switching off the Zarya. Doesn't like playing Zarya against Mora, I guess. I don't either. I don't blame him at all. And Vad is switching over to Tracer with Ross on Reaper. Going for a much more stable death ball now. And Pori taking high ground here, trying to make sure that nobody on the offense can take high ground from them. And Bliss going down to half health from mid scanners on that Tracer is so dangerous. Now the payload is finally getting through this gate, and with Team Retribution completely set up on the high ground, Elomoon jumping up there with Suicide, but he did manage to get Overrun and bait out the res. Pori does body block, so Carlos can't get up here, and Hitscaners wins the 1v1 against Vad. So, Retribution kind of dropped, but they were really scattered in dropping. I don't really know what the call was there. And all these kills are in favor of Venom Esports. Hitscaners and Elomoon doing so well, but Jamie's showing up in the kill feed is, I heard, not showing that tanks can do stuff too. Elomoon goes down so low, it has to hide around a corner so that Vad doesn't kill him. Finally gets healed back up. And Elomoon taking down, that positioning was very poor. Nice Earth Shatter finds like 3 people on point. And Pokoni cleaning up the Pokoni and Rock cleaning up this fight. Poke does go down, but it does seem like it'll be enough. Bliss falls off the map. as unfortunate there was nobody there to help him out, and Ross with the flank onto Noxie takes him down. The whole team is here. They need a 44 is gonna get staggered here. Although he takes down hit scanners in the meantime. Takes Elam down to half health and barely able to deal with him. 44 posing a threat on that baby team apparently. UKZ Ross does go down to Elamoon, and Riptide does come out, not sure where it is yet. It is flanking around the map, takes down Bad on the Tracer. The Valkyrie is forced out from Bliss. It doesn't seem to matter. Noxie cleaning up with the Coalescence. Dominic takes down Poke, and it looks like this push will go through. Ross being completely shut out by Elamoon on the Junkrat. Ross does have the Death Blossom coming back in here, so if his team can stall long enough, he could have some big plays. Although it doesn't seem like it'll be enough. 3 kills coming from Venom Esports, and the Primal Rage being used to knock everybody all over the place will just lead to more and more death. And now Retribution has to be worried. They don't have to push the kill it all the way through. Frost picks up a kill onto Carlos Fox, but Hit Scanners takes down Bliss in return. They are getting no start. They're getting no momentum here at all. It's just Venom Esports over and over and getting kills and kills and kills. 44 gets taken out by Dominic, who's getting pocketed by his Mora. And Mita's coming in with a few final blows, taking everyone down. Noxie takes down UKZ Ross, and Coalescence comes out again. This is just a steamroll. Nobody got him with that Earth Shatter. Bliss taken down by the Coalescence. Carlos Fox cleaning up a kill because of his own. 44 does manage to get a kill on the Dominic, but it is not enough. Venom Esports will take this map. Robadov Love, we appreciate you using your breaks to come watch us. Come watch some amateur casting and amateur gaming. This was the Diva Bomb that completely opened up the third point, or second point rather, for the side of Venom Esports. So great play by Pori there.
Thanks for your support.
Oh wait, no, that's, I think, I don't remember. Did the team switch colors halfway through? I don't, whatever, it's okay. I guess we're going to the second map now, which will be Oasis. Oh, I'm gonna go straight in.
Welcome to Oasis.
Personally, Oasis is my favorite map in the game. It's just so brawly, and considering the spawns are so close to each other in this compared to all the other control maps, all the maps on this, all the control points on this map tend to go into 9999 overtimes. And already we see a Mora coming out from Noxie. Noxie was doing so well in this Mora last time around. Really hoping that... Oh, we're not. We're going to go back into the lobby. I will let you know why whenever I know. Chat. I guess the sub is coming in here for Venom Esports. And we'll be going back into Oasis. Venom Esports are dropping Dominic, so not sure if they're just trying to run something different here, or if Dominic had control or not control connection issues. But Gage amplifies. Looks like he's gonna be loading up onto Zarya. Dominic was didn't really show any Zarya at all, just Diva. So we will see what happens here. Running a very standard death ball from Venom Esports. And on the side of Retribution, sorry, I can't remember the name half the time. They will be running a Pharah Genji comp. No Tracer, interestingly enough. They haven't really shown too much Tracer. I guess they're not as comfortable on it as they are on other heroes. And Noxie, as I said before, is going to be playing the Mora. He played so well on Mora last time around. I'm not surprised by this at all. Now both teams are on point. Of course, Venom Esports do have shield advantage here, and with the Junkrat, they can just burn the Winston shield so quickly. Poor is taken out of mech by Carlos with a pin. And he's been full health this whole game pretty much. He's just getting pocketed by Noxie on the Mora. And Poke goes down to hit scanners. Carlos takes down Bad with a fire strike, and this is where it starts steamrolling. And Carlos runs in, swinging everywhere. Noxie with the damage wolf takes down 2, takes the whole pharmacy out by himself. And Poor did manage to get out with his life. Although, look at the ults up here for the side of Venom Esports. They have Earth Shatter, they will have Sound Barrier, the Scanners will have his Pulse Bomb, and they're using Coalescence right now. Riptide does come out, doesn't find anything yet, takes down Ross, who will switch over to the Soldier, and Bliss is now playing Mora. I guess they're trying to make something else work. Oops, comes out onto Bad, not common to see on this map, especially in their spawn. But Gage will have the self-destruct available now. And Carlos misses a pin onto the Diva mech, but will be able to back up to his team in time so that he doesn't die. Bad getting pocketed so hard by Bliss on the Mora. Self-destruct does come out, finds 3 people thanks to a good Earth Shatter from Carlos, and Noxie takes down his counterpart in that Mora. The Scanners finishes off Poor for the late stagger, and Retribution can barely get out of spawn. Dragon Blade does come out from Vad as he switches over to the Reaper, trying to find something to deal with this insane death ball from Venom Esports. Riptide comes out yet again. Ross takes it down before it can kill him though. And Pori diving into the middle of the team gets knocked out of mech, and the kill on the Elo Moon doesn't seem like it'll be enough to take this fight back. Because Venom Esports are basic spawn camping here. If someone is on point, they have to drop back to take care of whoever it is. And the damage will finds V Nazi. Bliss gets her revenge. Carlos takes down Ross, and Bliss trying as hard as he can to stay in this, stay alive. Pulse Bomb does find Overrun, who has switched over to the Zen. Self-destruct finds 3 people. Huge pin by Poconi. They might be able to win this fight. He needs to get his reinforcements back in here though. Bad has gotten back in. Tac Visor comes out from UK with UZ Ross. It might not be enough here. Gage just takes him down out of the ult, and Bad takes down the mech. Doesn't manage to do much more than that though. Over and with a cleanup here. And this fight maybe switching over to this point, maybe switching over to Retribution, Retribution's favor. Overrun takes down another. Bliss has been doing so much healing here, just keeping all the tanks and DPS alive on her own. And that huge pin from Poco, if Poco only hadn't landed that pin, that fight would have been done. But it led to 3 men, and Poconi and Bad just got in there, managed to stall long enough for the rest of the team to get here. And now ult advantage is in favor of Retribution. Nice kill on the hit scanner as well to delay this push even more. Venom Esports has to back out now. Nice Earth Shatter finds a couple. Coalescence is used in response from both sides. Ross takes down Carlos before he can get any of it though. And Poconi trying to shield through the Coalescence, that doesn't work, buddy. And Elomoon is on a mission here, blinking all the way around into the Retribution spawn. And Venom Esports seem to be, they're playing this as if they don't have any time left. They're just charging in there, wasting ults. Nice Riptire from Elomoon though. Carlos takes down Poconi, and this might be it. While the Transcendence is used from the side of Retribution, they have to win this fight. Vad does have the Death Blossom available, will use it right here. So much damage, but not enough. Overrun takes down Gage before he can get his grab. And UK Ross showing up, but Earth Shatter finds 2 people from Carlos. Attack Visor is nullified by the Coalescence, and this fight will most likely be won by Venom Esports. Nazi with a great Coalescence takes down 2 on his own.
My ultimate is charging.
And Poke barely Pori barely manages to get on point. It seems like it'll be enough though. And all these kills are in favor of Venom Esports. It takes something miraculous for Retribution to win this, and they will not get this. I just realized I've been saying Pori Rory's name wrong. It's Pori Rory. As I said, 99-99 or pretty close to 99-99 overtimes. Great plays from Poconi on that Ryan, who hasn't really been playing too much of it. Seems a lot more comfortable on the Winston. And Carlos will be playing Winston on this map as well. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any other switches on either side. They're going to be running the Mora Zen on the side of Retribution.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
It looks like the exact same comps from last time around, other than the main tank. Gage already eats Bliss's damage orb, but Bad takes down Noxu before anything else can get done. Carlos takes down Bad, and a lot of trades coming out here. Diva Mech is gone for Gage as he gets taken down. Elomoon and Midas taking down plenty of people on their own though. Elomoon, D-Mex, Rory, and that fight will be won by Venom Esports. Now ult advantage is up for Venom Esports. Elomoon has a Riptire that he's made work so many times. Flanking around right now, trying to get in good position for it. And it looks like he will be using it from behind. Nice kill onto Bliss. Takes down the Mercy immediately. And Rory gets taken out of mech. Gage does take down Overrun, and this is a clean fight won by the side of Venom Esports. Elomoon's just spamming into their spawn right now. They're gonna have trouble walking out with full health. Overrun almost dead already. Hitscanners does have this pulse on. Hasn't been showing up as much as he did in the last map, but hopefully we'll be able to do something with the pulse bomb. Self-destruct descent over the top. Pulse bomb finds absolutely nothing, and so does the self-destruct. Overrun takes down Elo Moon, who was peeking for just too long. Coalescence comes out. Ross in a trap gets taken down by the Coalescence, and Transcendence is used just too late. Sound Barrier is used in response though, and now Hitscanner's in the backline doing what he can to win this fight. Poor Rory goes onto the point, not sure why, just gets staggered, or just gets killed. And Vad actually over on the junk right now hasn't found much just yet. Valkyrie's used front side of Retribution, and Overrun gets taken down as Elo Moon is taken down by Vad. Tactical Visor is used, but nothing comes out of it. Midas and Hit Scanners keep him far enough back. That with the kill onto Midas with the Riptide though might be enough to flip this point around. And Ross takes down Carlos. Rory takes down Noxy, and it looks like that will be enough. I guess if you just throw enough ults at something, you will eventually win a fight. And Hitscanner's managed to get out alive. There's someone still way in the back line for Venom Esports. And Ilamoon isn't really having the biggest impact here just yet, but manages to get a kill onto Ross. Double kill onto Bliss and Vad. The flank did manage to pay off. Knocks poor Rory out of the mech. Will be able to take him down in the baby dealer. Nope, Midas will steal the kill. And that's a win for Venom Esports. Ilamoon with that flank wasted a lot of time, but managed to get 4 kills out of it. So, worth. This will be the play from the flank, of course. Great Riptide here, manages to catch 2 people, and he managed to trap poor Rory on the Diva. We will be going over to our next match, I believe. Alright, looks like we will have our very own female epic from AGL playing in this tournament against Venom Esports. Not really sure what to expect from them, considering how well Venom Esports did. They completely just shut out Retribution. But let's introduce them. First up on Little Epic, we have Lucy. Lucy, the Mercy main herself, has mostly been playing Mercy for this team since I've known her. Probably will play Mercy yet again. Next up, we have the real Neo, who he has played a lot of Zarya for this team, but I've seen him flex over to the DPS. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be seeing out of him just yet. And we have Pink Unicorn 92, who does look like another Mercy main. Probably going to be sharing the support role with Lucy. Next up, we have Oreo Kill, who hasn't really placed this season just yet. Does have 41 minutes with 0 games won. That is unfortunate. Does seem like a DPS player though, so will most likely be filling in that role along with Deanie's skills. Next up, we have King Gruffy. Yeah, I said that right. Another tank player, most likely going to be playing tank for these guys, along with Pink Unicorn. And last but not least, of course, we have the Deanie skills, most likely going to be playing projectile DPS for these guys. Pharah, Genji, maybe even Junkrat. And we have Venom Esports, who starts off with Elomoon, the Junkrat main himself. He has been making so many big plays for these guys in the past couple maps. And we have Carlos Fox, of course, who does have he was playing Ryan for them and switched to Winston for a little bit, but his Ryan play has been so impressive. I think I'd rather just see him stick onto that. Then we have Midas, who was playing Lucy for these guys. He had some great plays. Not really sure if he'll play anything else though. Then we have Hit Scanners, who played only Tracer as far as I can remember, and did really well on it too. Had a lot of damage put out in the middle of fights. And then we have Gage Amplifies, who was playing off tank for these guys. Played mostly Diva yeah, I think he played mostly Diva. And last but not least, we have me leaving the game apparently. Last but not least, we have V Noxy, who was doing such a great job on Ana, but he did even better on the Mora. And we can go to the 1v1 whenever you're ready. Angel Gunner. course, we'll have Oreo Kill playing Elo Moon. Unfortunately, won't be seeing Lucy playing DPS. First up is Widowmaker.
Fight. Score.
Nice shot from Oreo Kill, takes down Elo Moon.
Battle. McCree.
We haven't seen Elo Moon play McCree just yet, so I'm not sure what to expect.
Score.
And Elo Moon with the quick kill, or Oreo Kill with the quick kill on the Elo Moon.
Soldier 70.
Completely shuts him out. Elo Moon again gonna have playing hit scan. Clearly isn't his strong suit, as he has done much better on projectile heroes like Pharah, Genji, and Junkrat.
Has been revealed.
Now that they're both revealed, they will have to go for straight mechanical skill here. Elo Moon with the health advantage, or not health advantage, the healing field advantage gets taken down almost. And nice kill from Oreo. 3-0 from Team Olympics DPS player.
Play of the game.
Interesting play of the game. Begwa, this is an open tournament for all elos. So there's Masters players in here, there's Diamond players in here. There's GMs in here too, so. And Team Olympic do have map pick here, so they will have map advantage. At least they will know what map they're playing on. They will be able to formulate a strategy for it, perhaps. Looks like we will be playing Kings Row.
Now entering King's
Venom
Row.
Esports did really well earlier on Eichenwalde, so it makes you worry about Teemo Epic here, seen as Venom Esports clearly have so much experience with hybrid maps. And on defense, we see double hit scan coming out. It's a comp that works a lot most of the time. It works pretty well most of the time, but you do if one of your hit scan players isn't playing to the best of the potential, it will really come back to bite them. And Neo actually on an Orisa here. Orisa Zarya is something you don't see all that often, considering nobody really spams through the Orisa shield and you can't just drop it at will.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And hit scanners might actually be playing something other than Tracer right now. And Lucy on the defense on that Mercy that she is so comfortable on. She understands, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, it looks like Elomoon will be opening up on Hansa to try and get a scatter off.
Defend.
Does get a sonar in the back. Scatter hits the Orisa shield though. Noxie on the Widow looking for a shot. Hasn't really found anything, and now Drunk that comes back out from Elomoon. Noxie on that Mora that he was doing so well on. And it looks like Teemo Epic are getting flanked right now. Nice bubble from Gage stops the damage from taking Carlos Fox down too low. And nice concussion line takes Dini skills out of play. Lucy can't go for the res here because she's out of position. Hit scanners on that soldier showing that his name is true. And now Orico up there has to run away before he gets staggered even harder. And pretty clean fight coming out from pretty clean fight coming out from Venom Esports. Genie skills is Genie skills. I don't know why that's Genie skills is onto the Reaper now. Hitscan has been playing so well, but is still at an old disadvantage when it comes to comparing him to Orico. Elo again on a flank. These flanks have paid off before, and he will get one kill. He will almost get two, but not enough. He does have the Riptide available now. But Lucy's still gonna be in spawn by the time, or coming out of spawn by the time that Elo will be able to get back in the fight. Tactical Visor is used and completely nullifies the sound barrier from Pink Unicorn. He has lost that. And now Carlos Fox is pushing forward with King Gruffy, or not King Gruffy, with Gage Amplifies that high energy. Yellow Moon on another flank managed to get 2 kills. Lucy picks up the real Neo after he gets taken down, and Carlos is pushing in, trying to get Neo down. He does have the Earth Shatter available, doesn't seem like he'll use it just yet. And now he knows the Orisa shield's out of position. He has a pretty clear Earth Shatter here, and hit scanners, takes down the real Neo late. Grapple Surge is up here, could launch it in, but decides not to, since there's going to be no follow-up to that. Earth Shatter does come out, manages, I don't really think he found anything out of that. And King Gruffy's been doing a good job of staying at high energy, but it doesn't matter because Gage Amplifies is just going to run through them at even higher energy. Already has a second grab. And now they will soon have Riptide to combo with it, but they more importantly will have a Coalescence to just put into it. Team skills does help up top, trying to find an angle onto his scanners, and they end up trading instead. Graviton Surge is up from either side here. Nice grab, find a few people, and it looks like they will have the follow-up to clean up that fight. But still, 5 ults are up for the side of Venom Esports, whereas only 3 are up for the side of Turnback. Or King Low up, I'm sorry. Oreo does get a late kill under Elo Moon as he's trying to flank though. Seems like they're finally starting to figure out how it is that he gets so many good plays. And you will have to be careful here. They do have the sound barrier to push in. They could make a really dangerous play happen here. And Beanie Skills is up top, and no, he's up there with the Death Blossom and gets taken down. Elo Moon just spamming up there. Riptide comes out, takes down Lucy mid-res, and Graviton Surge only finds King Bruffy. Backvisors used from his scanners as well. Doesn't find anything just yet. But still, 3 ults are up for the side of Venom Esports. Doesn't seem like they'll need it though. Elo Moon completely canceling out Genie Skills and Lucy off to the side.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
That's Phantasm Blast. We are filthy console users. Now we will see Team Little Epic try and pull something back here. About 3.5 minutes left over for Venom Esports. It's not going to be easy to top that. And Noxian in defense will be playing the Ana again. I guess he feels more comfortable with the Ana instead of Moira on defense. Oh my.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We will complete our mission.
Try not to get yourselves killed out there.
Well, on defense we will see Oreo playing on the offense we will see Oreo playing the Widow, looking for a pick, and Elo Moon immediately takes down Dini Skills with the spam. The real Neo is still playing Orisa here. They will try and progressively move this shield up every time it respawns, but they're just gonna spam down before they can do anything. And there, Mitas takes down the real Neo. Oreo is on the Tracer now. Gonna have to try to find an angle to push in here though, because somebody has to put pressure on Elo Moon. Personally, I'm surprised Dini Skills hasn't switched over to Farah just yet. Lucy taken down by Gage. First time I've seen her on anything other than Mercy, I think. Oreo does finally manage to take down hit scanners. And with that pick, they can actually push in here. So Venom Esports does have a lot of ults soon to come online. Yellow Moon almost has a Riptire. And Soundbird's gonna come out here, I'm guessing. There it is. Riptire finds nothing but takes the real Neo real low. And hit scanners and Dini Skills showing up on these soldiers. Dini Skills getting pushed by hit scanners, getting pocketed by a Lucy though. Don't think it'll be enough, but don't think it'll be enough for hit scanners. And Lucy and Dini on this flank. Actually, Lucy managed to get back to the team, and now I have to be careful here with the ults that are coming online for the offense. Emo Epic pushing does have plenty of ults. King Gruffy uses his whole hug, not throwing away, gets taken down though. Earth Shatter doesn't find anything, completely shut down by the Arista Shield. Grab does come out from the defense, finds plenty of people, and that will be the follow-up they need to win this fight. Noxie takes down Oreo Kill in the end. And Dini's Kill is running out, gets staggered by hit scanners.
Move up.
On the offense, they still have 4 ults to work with. They only wasted 2 that time around. And I mean, it doesn't seem like they've been able to do much, but over the past couple maps, Venom Esports has had trouble when teams just throw every ult they have at them. But Elo Moon's gonna pick up a triple kill just to completely nullify any chance they ever had of making a push.
60 seconds.
And Elo Moon's on a prowl now, looking for Oreo Kill. Or not Elo Moon, hit scanners. And Oreo Kill doesn't manage to find Elo Moon, who was bubbled and healed up by his Ana.
My ultimate is charging.
Elo Moon does pop the Rip Tire and picks up the real Neo, who was pretty high energy. Lucy's being bossed right now by Pink Unicorn, who has switched over to the Mercy. But Dini's Kills gets slept out of his old incredible sleep by Noxie. Scanners takes down Oreo Kill pretty late into the fight, and Dini's Kills down solo. Beautiful helix by his Scanners takes him down in the end. Oreo Kill does manage to take down Carlos. This will be the opening they have. King Gruffy takes Noxie out, and Tack Rider comes out. Can they touch a point? No, they can't. Team Epic got a couple kills, but it wasn't enough. They couldn't push in. And dominant first map by side of Venom Esports. Yellow Moon, of course, getting play of the game. Nothing like a flying Junkrat to start off the play of the game, am I right? Nightcore, to join this tournament, you have to join a team. You can go to Amateur Gamer's website, and from there you can sign up as an individual player, sign up with a couple friends, or sign up as a full team, and join a Discord. And from there you can find a team or join tournaments, all of that. It looks like Oasis will be our second map again. As I said before, I do love Oasis. Very fun map to play on. Visceral Gauge Amplifies has been playing very well. Staying pretty amplified when it comes to his energy. Haha. I am as bad as Max. So whenever you're ready, Angel Gunner.
to Eichenwalde.
Never mind. Looks like we'll be going into Eichenwalde again. And Venom Esports had such a strong offensive push here last time around. Their defense wasn't as strong, but it was still a pretty good defense, not letting them finish at the third point.
I will reclaim my master's armor.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Well, on our defense, we do see Noxie again on the honor that he's clearly so comfortable on engaging. Fuzz actually running Zarya instead of the Diva they ran last time around on this map. And his scanner's going back over to the Tracer. His soldier was so strong. I kind of wish you'd stay on and just see more of it, but his Tracer was clearly more than enough on this point. Team skills is on the Genji now. No Pharah even attempted to run out of Little Epic just yet. And Real Neo is getting taken down so low, so fast. Hit Scanner takes down Oreo kill, just proving that, trying to show off that he's better. And Carlos Fox takes down King Gruffy, Elo Moon with the kill on the pink unicorn. This fight's been over since Oreo kill got taken out by Hit Scanners, frankly. Dina skills finally switching over to the Pharah. I'm not sure why they decided to wait this long. Lucy already has her Valkyrie. She's barely been the map is barely started. She is her Valkyrie way before anybody else ever on their team. And Hit Scanners in the backline just cleaning up. Midas with the spam takes down the Real Neo's mech. And Gage Amplifies manages to pick off Lucy in the end. Dini not able to find an angled push in just yet. The Real Neo has switched over to the Zarya now, and King Gruffy is the one playing Reinhardt. Dini is spamming into the backline here, although Elo on the flank finds 3 people. They have to watch out for these flanks. Beautiful shot on a Dini skills. Not even spam, just one and done. Oreo does push up, trying to pick off Elo Moon before he can get back to his team, but it is not enough. Ults are coming up here for the side of Team Little Epic, and Dini skills with the kill onto Elo means that this will most likely be a push. Although not seeing Carlos picking up kills of their own, Gage Amplifies pitches in with 1 kill of his own. And Dini skills going all the way back to around the flank back to his spawn, almost gets taken down by a shot. Nice shot from Elo Moon, almost kills him, down to 45 health. It isn't enough, unfortunately, though. In the Real Neo, the ult they've been, it feels like they've been trying to get even close to his ult. Carlos gets pinned by King Gruffy, but he is there to kill him, while Venom Esports catches it, finds another 3-man from the grab. Uniskill's looking for a flank now, trying to get an off angle on these guys to spam into, and the Real Neo switches off the Zarya when he wasn't really getting any ult charge at all. It's understandable why. Rocket Barrage finds nothing. Gage Amplifies had known he was there the whole time. And pin again from King Gruffy finds nothing. I don't like the pins he's been going for. Dini skills switches over to the Doomfist, trying to deal with his Junkrat perhaps. Not really sure what they're going for here. Rocket Punch finds absolutely nothing, and Oreo Kill with this has to make something happen with this pulse bomb. Doesn't throw it out just yet. Elomoon picks Lucy off as she's passing the Valkyrie. Beautiful pulse bomb from Hitscan and takes down King Fury. Somehow he doesn't die himself. But Hitscan is with that nano is just cleaning up. Beautiful play from him. And Lucy on that Widow trying to find a pick. No, Lucy, why? In full hold from the side of Venom Esports. This is not gonna go well for Team All Epic. And Noxie going to, oh, Gage has left the game. Guess we will wait for them to come back because Neo has left as well. Just make this an even 5-on-5, huh? I guess they both joined back at pretty much the same time. Noxie already on that Mora that has worked so well for them whenever they've had to attack a point. Looks like the real Neo will be playing Junkrat again. Oreo Kill switching over to Reinhardt, I guess. This is that's interesting. Dini skills has switched over onto Amora and Lucy on Torb of all
Attackers
people.
incoming in 30 seconds.
The true struggle is for the
No,
of ideas.
I didn't expect this at all from Lucy. And this, with 20 seconds left, this is what they will be going with, for sure.
Five, four, three.
It's like the same comp they've been running pretty much the whole time will be coming out from Venom Esports. The damage roll from the Rissa comes through on both sides, but V-Nazi gets a kill on it. Dini skills with it. No mercy to res him, and just immediately a ton of kills coming out for Venom Esports. That's over.
Defeat.
Well, yeah, that was a pretty good game. I'm assuming we'll go to Elomoon again. Gonna have to be for that nice shot on the Dini skills after this. They gotta watch for these flanks. It happens over and over and over again. Yeah. Just saw Timo Lepic get. To say crushed is an understatement.
Yeah, no, it's been the same over here. Region Esports have literally been making mincemeat of their opponents. But this should be a good game, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But
And Venom
anyway,
Esports, Elamoon has been doing so well for Venom Esports.
yeah.
Like he just finds these flanks over and over again, and nobody seems to see him. Apparently, he finds a 3-man out of it. I'm so tired. I'm hungry.
Check your Discord, AG, real quick. Oh no, amateur, no, Angel, sorry. But anyway,
Which one of us?
you. But yeah, we're going to be getting ahead maybe just about now in this 1v1 to decide who gets the map pool for the final. It's going to be Venom versus Ryujin here. On this side of Venom, it's going to be Elo Moon taking the 1v1. Junkrat, nothing but Junkrat so far this season, but then again, he's only played 15 minutes. And last season, he again only played Junkrat. Killer Owen, being the support player on the side of Region, is going to be playing on the side of the blue team to decide who gets his map pool. First to 3, first hero Genji. Let's see how it goes, Angels.
Well, as you said, Elamoon has been playing only Junkrat, and that has held true in the tournament as well. He's been finding so many kills with it, though. It's been doing him so well. And he's been pretty consistently doing well in these 1v1s. Well, actually, in one of the 1v1s, in the other he got 3-0'd, but, you know, put to behind you.
Alright. But anyway, Killer Owen and Elo Moon are pretty much at the same amount of health currently, getting the dashes and the Shurikens out to each other equally. And this 1v1 is so close right now. Killer Owen and Elo are both low. The Killer Owen is going to get the dash kill, and that is going to be the 1-0 so far to see Region in this series. Next hero is going to be Tracer. And I think for it should be a very interesting match because, like you say, the Junkrat for this team has been doing very well. For us, it's been the Zaryas and the Tracers. So I think maybe at the end of the day, it's going to be that story of if does Elo Moon feed the power of Constipute or Goldie on Zarya, and if so, it's not going to go in the way of the side of Venom. But if he doesn't and he plays Junkrat very smartly, then we could see an upset on the cards here. But yeah, Tracer's going to be coming out here. Killer Owen does take a slight amount of damage, but he's going to get to it quite low now. We should see the recall come out, and there it is. Elo Moon hasn't recalled just yet. The Killer Owen gets very low. He doesn't have the recall either. Elo Moon gets low, but it's not going to be enough for Killer Owen as Elo Moon takes him down, and that is going to be a 1-1 so far in this series.
And Elo Moon, primarily a Junkrat player, he's been doing so well in these 1v1s, at least putting up contests. And he did get beaten 3-0 last time around, but he put up a little bit of a fight at least.
Alright. But anyway, both McCree's... Oh, sorry, yeah?
Yeah, his hit scan, his long range hit scan, like McCree, Widow, Soldier, that has been a lot more disappointing. So, yeah. Interested to see what happens here.
Alright, both McCree's looking to get the 2-1 lead in this 1v1. But right now, nobody's going to be hitting any shots yet. We're just waiting for them to encounter each other. But there it is, they see each other. Killer Owen gets completely destroyed as Elo hits every shot there. Killer Owen going down. Very swift play from Elo there.
And Elo, just like he likes doing, manages to find a flank, gets behind Killer Owen. It's his playstyle, and it works very well for him.
Alright, next hero, Widowmaker. It's all about this headshot. Who can get the first headshot at the end of the day? the Widow 1v1s are very interesting to see. It can go either way. It can be a lucky headshot. It can be either way. So okay.
Well, they're trying to take sidelines here that are long, or Killer Owen's trying to take longer sidelines here. Elomoon does seem to be playing for those closer range Widow shots.
Killer Owen trying to get the hook shot up there. He's not going to get anything. Elo will be on the high ground. Killer Owen will be on the low ground. There are some, all the mines there trying to hit mine again. But Killer Owen hitting some shots. Elo is very low there. The machine gun's coming out. No, you have no shame.
You're one speed.
But Elo is going to get taken down by Killer Owen, and that is going to be a 2-2 in this 1v1 series. And the final hero is going to be Soldier. So let's see who takes this 1v1 and gets the choice over the map series.
Well, I know what Elomoon's thinking right now. Why couldn't it be Farah? His hit scan has definitely been lacking when compared to his projectile. It seems much more comfortable leading shots rather than just shooting directly at people.
Alright, but I think Killer Owen might be getting flanked here. Look, if you see Elo coming around the side. Oh, there it is. Killer Owen with the stretching coming out. Elo's going to get very low, although he does get healed up. Killer Owen at full health once again. Elo has to back up. He's low. He can't get anything up. No, that's going to be... Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Oh, I think it might be 35.
It's a best of 7 now. Because it's finals.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's going to be Tracer coming in once again. Elo quite favourably taking this 1v1 last time, so... but yeah, the Killer Owen is going to be looking to get the revenge on the Tracer for Ridge and Esports and getting them the choice for the maps, for the map pool, but by the looks of things, both Tracers looking to be initiating from the same side of the map. Killer Owen playing a more defensive Tracer this time instead of aggressive, and really waiting a lot of the time for Elo to come in. But I think they kind of know where each other are. Because I think obviously when they've got teammates in here and they're spectating, it's kind of like it's almost, you know what I mean. So it's kind of mind games in this situation. Elo does get some shots off on Killer Owen. Killer Owen is going to get taken down to about 2% health. The recall is going to be there for Killer Owen as well as Elo. Both Tracers recalled right there, so this is probably the best advantage you can get right now. But no, Elo moving once again on the Tracer, showing that he is the dominant Tracer against Killer Owen. Killer Owen going down right there. And again, the McCree is back out. So if you're talking about his scan being bad, this gives Killer Owen a huge advantage.
Well, Elomoon has shown up on his skin before. I mean, as you saw last time, he did get that flank and just completely catch Killer Owen off guard. Had no idea where the shots were coming from. And if he can do that again, he will most likely win this. But Killer Owen's got to be looking out for it. He's already looking down that flank where he got pushed last time.
Yeah, both McCree's right now on that flank. They're going to be looking to get that pick, to get that first shot. Killer Owen won't be initiating there again. No, he's going to be in more of a middle situation. He does hit Elo for a little bit of health, but again, that can make all the difference when you're in a 1v1, and it's the final map of the series. Killer Owen, very interesting from him. He's going to be hiding by the statue almost. He's kind of thinking, where does he initiate here? He's kind of on the more aggressive side of the point, but where is Elo? Elo's on the right side by the cliff. Killer Owen's waiting for him to come out of there. Although Elo's doing a job not really peeking.
Yeah, he's looking for a flank but can't find it. And Killer Owen will finally finish him off.
Yeah, good 2-tap there from Killer Owen. Killer Owen winning the 1v1 from a score of 4-3, very close 1v1. To be fair, Killer Owen is a support player on the side of Region, and he didn't play either of the other two 1v1s, so very interesting. But Killer Owen getting the better of Elo there on the Soldier. And now that means Region will be picking this map series. Yeah, so that's maybe the advantage they need to take the series. This is a best of this is a 5, isn't it? This is
I think so.
First team to win 3 maps, yeah. I didn't know Angels played for Region. Didn't know Angel gonna play for. Oh wow, so the teams are completely messed up. We just got it. A lot of switching needs to happen.
Yeah.
Hacksaw those in the queue. That's big. He can change it up completely. To be honest, he's a he can be very good on. I think he plays for Region actually, so I'm not really sure who they got out. I'm just waiting for the lobby to get set up, and we'll head straight into Ilios by the looks of things.
Oh, AG, you have to put them in order from 1 to 6.
Who's gone? Abo Trend's gone.
Put them in order. Come on. You can do it. I believe.
What do you mean?
The seasons. Hey! Season
Oh,
1.
yeah, that's funny. I didn't realize that.
Thanks, AG.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait, yeah, no, that's it.
That would have bugged me if you didn't do it, I'm not gonna lie. And Region gets first pick here, right?
Yep, because they won the 1v1.
What maps have they picked so far?
Lijiang and Eichenwalde.
That's interesting because Venom Esports has only picked Tech involved.
Oh, no, but Nepal's going to come in. Maybe by the looks of things. Right, we're going to introduce both teams here. I'll introduce Region. You'll take Venom, I guess. We're going to introduce Region. First of all, Goldie taking... I think the roles haven't really been specific right now for Region. Goldie's been on the deeps. Goldie's been on the tank. Goldie's even been on the Moira. But what we do know is that Carol's will be on the main tank. He'll be on the Reinhardt. But anyway, we're going to introduce Constapoo, who will be probably taking either that off tank or DPS. He might, he's. I think as I said, more and more a bigger opponent. I would say elo wise, we'll probably see Constapoo and everybody taking their series on instead of like Goldie switching to support and Killer Owen going on deeps and that sort of stuff. So we're going to see Constapoo probably on the Genji Tracer, McCree, probably more Genji and Tracer than anything. He's been very much on that on those flankers. Hacksaw is a very good hit scan player. I think I'm aware of. Yeah, McCree and Soldier like mostly, but Killer Owen will be on the support along with I think Sphinx, and then Goldie will be taking the off tank, or Goldie will be on the support and Sphinx will be taking the off tank. It's one of those really. But yeah, why don't you introduce us to Venom Esports?
Well, we do have Elo Moon, who has been known for his Junkrat. Apparently, he keeps on getting massive flanks off and getting 2, 3 kills, sometimes even 4. We have Carlos and Gage Amplifies, who both been doing so well on tank. Gage consistently staying at high energy when he plays Zarya. Carlos hitting nice shatters, making sure he doesn't die when he charges in. Then we have Noxy and Mitas, who have been doing so well on the support role. Noxy pulling out the Ana or Moira, whatever he's feeling, doing really well on both. And Mitas playing mostly Lucio. And hit scanners is gone.
That's a good point, actually. Where is he?
Rip hit scanners?
Yeah, rip. We just got to wait for the six member of Venom Esports to get into this lobby here, and we'll get right away with Nepal. Who have you got to win this game, Angels? Who do you reckon will take it?
I haven't watched anything from Region Esports just yet, so honestly, I have to go with Venom Esports because I've seen them play. But I do know Haxor is an incredible hit scan player, and Sphinx is really good too. So and considering how well hit scan works against Junkrat, they could put a lot of pressure on Elo Moon.
I mean, more than anything, the story I know Hax was very good, but obviously he hasn't played, and Sphinx really hasn't been in the spotlight so far. It's been more Goldie and Conspoo. Either of them, like Conspoo on the Tracer, just he was almost camping the supports at spawn to stop them getting into the fight. That's how hilarious it was. He was literally, it was to one point where he camped 3 in spawn like at one time, and it was like, okay, so and then Goldie on the Zarya has been absolutely nutty. He had like one game where he had like percent average energy.
Jeez.
80 something percent. That's like unbelievable, isn't it? But so I mean, I'd have to take Region, as they are like however many games undefeated. They haven't lost in ages. But yeah, Venom could cause an upset. It's all about that battle between Zarya and Junkrat, I guess. If the side of Region run dive, I think that won't be a good advantage. That won't give them any kind of advantage. I think they'll be better off running the Death Ball and charging up the Zarya with the Junkrat spam and trying to go in off that.
Mostly, they just have to watch for ELO's flanks, because that's what they've done against the past 2 teams, that they just don't pay attention at all to his flanks, and he just gets random 3-mans or 2-mans. So as long as they're just watching for flanks, making sure they know where ELO is all the time, they should be good.
I'm gonna message AG. Ask what's going on.
Dabs galore. This will start whenever Hit Scanners gets back for the side of Venom Esports, but we don't know where he is right now.
Just come in the finals of Okay, right. So I've got some info just coming in. So the first piece of info from AG, obviously, if you guys want to know, the map pool is going to be, by the looks of things, is Nepal, Eichenwalde, Hollywood, Hanamura. There's no 5th one there. So, but yeah, that's the first 4 maps. But the message coming in from Sphinx, who's the captain of Region, is that Region have never lost to this team. They've 3-0'd them every time they've played. So this is definitely going to be an interesting engagement between these 2 teams.
Hopefully, revenge for Venom Esports, and a game about maintaining their cred for Region.
Yeah, it's all about. I think they're familiar with each other, so it's all about kind of dealing with each team's strengths and exploiting each team's weaknesses, I guess. Like, yeah. We've just got to wait. Message also coming in from AG is that the final member of the side of Venom has disconnected, so we're gonna have to wait till he comes back in, and then we can get off with this series. I think it's definitely going to be. Personally, I don't really see what ELO can do, because at some point they will always be running into a D.Va or a Zarya. Like Goldie, Zarya, as well as Sphinx's D.Va, both of those on their own can shut down a Junkrat. Like, they are probably some of the best off tanks in EU, like in the whole of. You know what I mean? Like Goldie right now is 4-4, and so is Sphinx. Both of them are super high. I mean, like Elo's GM, but again, he's kind of last season. Okay, 4-3, 4-0. I mean, like, it's to the point where I mean, Junkrat can be very strong, but if a team's coordinated and know how to deal with him, then it can be easy work. But yeah, I think maybe let's see what Elo can do on the Junkrat. Maybe he's a different type of Junkrat player, I guess.
General
Yeah.
Murders, maybe a sub for Venom Esports.
I guess we just got to wait for the game to get ahead. But I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet. See you in a sec.
Well, what Zigzag was saying is right. They can, Zarya and Adiva can completely shut down a Junkrat, but they just have to watch for his flanks. Because Elamoon does love a good flank. He just gets around the side and manages to get behind the team. He can cause some real damage. Alright, so this is a substitute. General Murders will be playing for Venom Esports. And I guess we can get started whenever, AG.
Traveling to Nepal.
And we are now traveling to Nepal. And Elamoon already on that Junkrat. I think it's been the only thing he's played so far. General Murder is going to be playing Soldier instead of Tracer that we usually see coming out from its scanners.
All right, so I think both teams are going to be running the Reinhardt Zarya Death Ball. The only difference I would see in these comps will be probably the
DPS, probably.
Yeah, probably the DPS. Maybe I'm trying to remember who. I think Tiro will be on the Lucio, so I would say maybe Gold. Okay, Goldie's going to end up on the Mercy. They're going to be running the. Okay, this is interesting. So as we've just been talking about teams exploiting the other team's weaknesses, they've got a Junkrat main, haven't they? So they've got a guy who's much better on Junkrat, like maybe than other heroes, and the fact that they've got that means that Virgin are left to say, hey, we can
Capture the objective.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got pause going in here. Conspir has DC'd, and I think anyway, as I was saying, I think the fact that they've chosen to run Pharmacy could give them a huge advantage in this fight, because obviously if you deal with, for example, if Haxor deals with the soldier on the side of Venom, then it's easy work for Conspir on the fire. He has nobody can contest him unless the Junkrat's a god, which I don't know a lot of Junkrats that can deal with a Pharaoh every fight midair, but you get the picture. So we've just been talking about exploiting the weaknesses, and that's what they're doing.
On Sanctum this time around, since we did a restart. And this map is, in my opinion, a lot harder for Junkrat to play on when it comes to taking the point. And Carlos, I guess it was in the waiting period. But if you can get the point here, it's so easy to hold the Junkrat. But once you lose the point, it's incredibly hard to retake, considering you have to deal with this huge open space. And teams usually really take a fight on the bridge or on point, so there's no really clumped up space that you can abuse Junkrat's splash damage with.
They might be taking the May by the looks of things. I'd like to see this. That's a very interesting way to go. Maybe if they do that, initiate on the bridge and then wall off half the team, they can kind of initiate with that with the beefy comp they have with the Arna nades as well as the Death Ball from Ryan and Zarya. So basically, they're going to want that fight to go on the bridge, on the higher piece of the ground. because then they can wall off, charge in, stun, do whatever they need to do. But Hacksaw is going to be on the Junkrat instead of the mate. Both teams running a Junkrat. The differences between the only differences between the comp right now are the tanks of the environmental kill tanks such as Hog and Orisa compared to the Reinhardt Zarya traditional tank lineup for the side of Reardon. No kills coming up from either team just yet. Mita does get low, however. Although Hacksaw is going to get the first kill of the fight, taking down General. That's going to be what they need. Elo Moon though, getting the second kill of Junkrat. Both Junkrats getting one kill coming, and Genji Blade is already up right now from Kunstu after. How? I mean, like, the fight is gonna.
It was so fast, even for Killer Owen hides and boops fellows off the map.
I mean,
I still don't understand how Dragon Blade so fast.
I mean, Killer Owen's stalling right now. Jeez, and he's got.
And he got two off the map.
What?
Killer Owen single-handedly took this point for his team. He got three people off the map.
Carrying there. Killer Owen getting 3 off the map. Constantly having Genji Blade within 30 seconds almost, and great Genji play from him, hitting the dings he needs to get that Genji Blade up. And he's going to be on the Tracer now. He goes down to Carlos. A good pick for them at the start of this fight. The Moira ult does come in from the side of the team that are trying to take the point. Although Spinks on the Diva right now, look at his energy, and the Earthshadow comes in, taking down 3. Spinks is going to follow up there, taking down Miss Tasso.
Oh no.
Cows, oh no. Spinks going in here on the Diva.
Sorry. Spinks is on a Zarya, not a Diva.
Oh yeah, my bad. Oh, damn it. I mean,
Point stands though, consistently being above 80 energy. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, some great play there from the side of Reading Sports, using the Reinhardt combo with the Zarya max energy to swiftly win a fight. And now they are up to 3. Oh, they have the Zarya Tracer combo. Zarya, is he going to use it? Okay. Uses, but then Hacksaw though taking down 3 or 4. Elo though taking down both supports as well as his fellow Junkrat, and that might be I mean, they're not going to be able to get on the point as it's still in the favour of the side of the defensive team of Reardon Esports, but they're going to be pushing back in here. Cal's being the only member really left on the side of Reardon up here, and he's going to find Lixins go down. There it is. Gaze getting the first kill of the fight, taking down Cal. And that isn't what the side of Reardon need right now. They're without that shield compared to Gage, who has that shield. Mikas though gets low, and the beat coming in from the side of Reardon Esports there. The Ritual comes out. Alfred is going to go down to the boot of Killer Owen. Elo gets first kill of the fight after that Reinhardt kill. Elo getting the bomb there on Spinks there. Hacksaw does get one of the tie. There's not going to be enough as VKH takes down 2 on the Moira, and well as including Constantly going down there. The pin comes out from Cal, so it's not going to be enough. Carlos takes him down. Elo taking down his campfire, and that is a fight 1 for the side of Venom.
And now look at how they can hold here. They have the Junkrat to spam into the choke. They have an Orisa to spam into the choke, and they have a Roadhog to choke. They have so much spam here. This Ryan shield isn't going to be up for long if this continues spamming it. Although Elomoon is looking for a flank here, trying to get some kills. Beautiful Earth Shatter finds a couple people. Constable takes down the Riptide before it can do any damage, and trades are being traded here, I guess. Killer Owen showing up in the kill feed like he has been doing this whole game, fragging out. He's been doing so well for his team, and Elomoon won't be able to get back on over to the point. Oh, with the Hacksaw with the BM.
Some good stuff there from Axel. I mean, Junkrat outplaying Elo at least half the time. I'm still just baffled how Axel on the Genji got his ult up so quickly. That was almost unbelievable. That's the play you're going to see from top 500 Genjis, I guess, like top 20 EU and that sort of thing. But this map is going to be a good advantage for Junkrat, isn't it? As they do have, as obviously when you push in through this high ground, those doors are a key spamming target for Junkrat here. Both teams having the Zarya. Sphinx, I think, kind of outplaying Gage, almost because Sphinx has been on that energy a lot more often. But now they're going to be on the pharmacy, the side of Region. That isn't what you want right now. I mean, you won't be able to get a lot of picks when you're Pharaoh against triple tanks, but you will be able to get a lot of ult charge. And if you have that ult charge, obviously you can ult every fight. And we all know, obviously, if we see Constantine, you get an ult that quick, so can Hacksaw. But Kieran is going to get kind of taking down low. He might go down, there it is. VK getting the pick there, but Cows and Sphinx doing work as the tanks of the side of, I mean, the Rhino killing the Rhino, the Zarya killing Zarya, isn't it? But Hacksaw and Constantine are also going to get picked for the side of Region. The Cap is there on the point. I mean, somebody there is, yeah, Mishaps is there on the side of, for the side of Venom, but he's not going to be out as Hacksaw swiftly takes him down.
Now they have to re-engage here with triple tank against a double spam comp. This won't be easy, especially with D.Va's recent nerf to her defense matrix. Only 2 seconds. It won't be able to eat all this damage that's going to be coming in. But yo, you see Elo Moon off to the side, looking for a flank, trying to take care of Hacksaw on the Pharah. Constapoo gets taken down by Elo Moon. Oh, look, he's so low. He has to be careful right here. Objective is being taken by Venom Esports though.
Wow, it was literally just, I mean, at the end of the day, it gets to the point where the Junkrat takes the Junkrat down first, and then you've got the massive amount of difference in doing damage, haven't you? Because the Junkrat is still there for the side of the side of Venom, and that allows them to cap the point just like that. Although Constantine is back in, he does take down Elo Moon, although Elo Moon's Total Man will take Constantine down, and yeah, so that's going to be a fight one for the side of Venom at last. And if you look right now, geez, look how many ults are up for both teams right now. Both teams are going to have 5 ults for this next engagement.
And Goldie, I don't know if he wasted his Valkyrie or what happened there, but didn't get anything out of it. And beautiful D.Va bomb picks him off before the fight even starts. Sphinx going down very low, has the Graviton Surge, has to be careful right here. Nice pin, it takes down, ends up taking down Call, and Hacksaw taking down by Elo Moon, the anti-Pharah Junkrat.
Yeah, some good play there from the side of the defensive team. They kind of, they didn't overcommit to it, so they got 1 pick, and then they didn't overextend and like lose anybody, so it's kind of like they were just, they were playing very cautiously because they realised if they lose anybody, that puts them at a huge disadvantage, and then they'll get snowballed as a result of that. Both Graptons are up, so that might be the deciding factor of this fight.
Oh, no. Well, Riptires do trade kills, Elo Moon being sought out by Constapoo, but the res is there to pick Sphinx up. He has a Graviton Surge, Gage gets taken down, and all these kills are in favor of Region Esports.
I mean, Region though, well, both teams investing a lot of ultimates into that fight. Although Region investing a lot more, they only have Graviton now for this next engagement. But then again, if you're running the projectile and splash down the DPS of Junkrat and Pharaoh, you don't really need ults to follow up on Graviton.
Especially now with Goldie, they're damage boosting one of them does so much damage.
It's ridiculous, yeah. And plus that charges up ult really quickly as well, so you can get Pharaoh by the end of the fight if they're glad with you. But the grab is going to come out from Sphinx. It's going to be, it's going to get 1, 2, and 3 cows going in the line there. Follow up, taking down Gate and Mishash, as well as Sphinx taking down 2 and Hacksaw taking down 2, along with the boot from Hacksaw taking down VK. Cows getting the stagger on the general, and now I'm not sure if anyone can touch. That's the question. Can they? Yeah, they are going to be able to touch just about, unless the Junkrat comes out and takes down a few. But Constantine now on the Junkrat is going to be using this Reptile. Let's see who we can get. It's coming around the back. It's not going to take anything down just yet. Although the Earthstrike has just come in. Carlos taking down 2, as well as the Reptile with the Fire Strike. And yeah, this is nothing but red, nothing but Venom in the side, in the left side of the kill feed. And that is going to be a fight 1 for the side of Venom, showing they aren't quite done yet, and they can still take this first map of the series.
And now they have to build up also retake, but they don't have the time to do it. They'll have the Valkyrie, they'll have the Rocket Barrage. That's pretty much it. Killer One might build up to his sound barrier halfway through the fight. And Coalescence is out from Noxie, takes down Calls. Hacksaw manages to kill himself somehow. Goldie picks Hacksaw back up, and I'm surprised Cal wasn't brought back up either.
They've got to take Elo down, because Elo does have that Riptire. Elo is going to be using that attack. Who can it get? Can it get anybody? That's the question. There it is, it comes out. It does take down Killer Owen, and Goldie goes down as well. So that's very big for the side of Venom right now because they've lost both supports. The grab though does come off from Sphinx, and that is big with Constabu's follow-up. This looks to be going in the way of Reason, and that's going to be it. It's the Diva on the side of Venom, contact in time, and that is going to be a first map of the series, of the final of this very first European tournament, going to the side of Reason Esports.
Sphinx may have single-handedly won that fight. With that grab, he caught 3 people and it killed 2 on his own and let the Diva get knocked out of mech behind. Such a big grab. And Killer Owen with the double kill there, got to the point. Just sitting in that corner and nobody dealt with him. It was surprising.
I mean, the fact that he also got like 1 boot before that as well. Like
Exactly,
he got 3 boots in like within 20 seconds. Like it was nutty.
Nobody even really paid attention to him. They're like, oh, it's just a Lucio.
But anyway, the next map I believe is, I'm trying to remember. I think it's Eichenwalde, isn't it?
Yep.
I believe it is. Yeah. So I'm just got to wait for that to happen. Oh wait, again,
And
Venom
Yellow
season 1.
left. Guess we have everyone here.
Traveling to Eichenwalde.
Now, Venom Esports has won Eichenwalde twice already today. They're gonna be gunning for a 3rd time, especially against a region who has beaten 3-0 several times, as you say.
Yeah, they really want to them in the second map in the series because obviously this is where the pressure starts to build for the side of Venom right now. If they lose this second map, they have no room for error. So winning this next map will give them an advantage they may need for to get the upper hand on Reason in this series.
And Noxie's on the Mora on attack. He loves running that on attack. He prefers the on defense. I guess he likes the value coming out of the sleep dart and nade more than the whatever the orb is called. What's it called? I can't remember.
I don't know. Bouncy ball. That's what I call it. Lemon bouncy ball.
In 30 seconds.
Well, General is on fair here. They might be thinking about running double projectile DPS like before, and sneaky trap from Hackstore looking to pick someone off on the top right door. But I think Elo Moon has seen it, so he won't get caught in it. I'm hoping.
I mean, if he does, it's top 500 play. It's top 500 playing at bronze level, so it's kind of a joke. But yeah, he's going to see it. He's going to knock that out. On the side of both teams running again, as we're seeing the death ball again with Moira now in the meta. It makes this so powerful because obviously if you've got a whole team that's grouped up together, that flash healing, that kind of like May looking use of healing is a huge advantage for the side of the death balls rather than dives. And Gale is going to get taken low, although that is 2 picks for the side of the offense. That's 3, and this looks to be going nothing but in the way of Venom. Constant just take down Elo Moon, but it's not going to be enough as Mikas does the clean up on Cows and Sphinx. And this is going to be a cap for the side of Venom Esports.
And Gage got trapped there, but managed to get out alive somehow. So much damage was thrown his way. He got up to 100 energy, and nice pin from Carlos. Staggers Constable real bad.
Yeah, some great play there from Carlos, getting the pin there. Constable, obviously when you're Tracer, you're not going to get staggered that hard, but he is going to be switching over to that soldier to counter the Farah of General. Ults looking to be definitely in the favour of the offense right now. They've got the Abstractor, they're coming up to the jungle right now, they're coming up to the barracks, they're coming up to the Lucio. They've got so many outs so close. And General getting the first pick of the fight once again. Killer Owen goes down. So good work from General, although Hacksaw just managed to take down General, although Chaos loses the Reinhardt 1v1 with Carlos. Carlos also taking down Hacksaw, and Carlos also taken down Goldie. This is again some great play here from Carlos.
Just incredible tank play from Carlos overall ever since I've seen him playing today. Always manages to find pins whenever you think he wouldn't. Manages to get great fire strikes.
There's some good play there from Carlos. Once again, oh, the power comes out just as the side of Region try and come out and do something. Killua and Haxel go down. Who again, Killua used Valkyrie for that, like tried to use Valkyrie, I believe. So Killua is going to go down as well as Gage taken down too. Kosbu and Calvor get taken down again. It is a steamroll right now for the side of Venom Esports. Region, this isn't what you want right now. And Venom, just as we said at the beginning of the map, they really do want this second map, as you can tell.
And now they have to worry. They don't even have to worry about backing up too much here. Considering it's still 5.5 minutes to get the third point. Oasis does come out from the defense. And maybe some stability will finally come out here. Goalie takes down Carlos. Nice pin. Oh, never mind. I thought he caught someone. Call gets taken down. Overextended. General Murders on the Genji now, getting a kill on the call. And Sphinx is at 100 energy. He has to be pocketed right here so he can get some more damage in. Gage already at 70 to his next drive on Surge. He's been doing such a good job of staying high energy.
Yeah, I think this is a big problem for like the side of Region, and the fact that whenever Sphinx can get to high energy from the Junkrat, they're just an insane amount of damage dealing, it just gets taken down. And obviously, if you have a Zarya at high energy and you keep them up, then that's a huge advantage. Look, Rabiton comes off from the offense. That's a waste. That isn't what you want right now if you're Gaze. Constantly taken down too with the Genji Blade as well as Haxel and Cal. Again, okay, so I'm not sure.
Not necessary.
That wasn't necessary. Some not very good ult management there from Cal's there, wasting the Earth Shatter, which they could have very well used to deal with Carlos. So he just have that Earth Shatter now. So now all that the side of the offense needs to do is get that Reinhardt out of his shield broken or taken down completely. Although that is a huge grab for the side of the defense, although there isn't any follow-up. The beat comes in, saving the whole team. Carlos gets low on the Rhine, although Cal is close to losing. Okay, they've lost their Reinhardt. This Earth Shatter is going to be big. The Earth Shatter is going to come in by the looks of things. The Genji Blade taken down through. Hacksaw going down. He was going to be picked up. He's not going to get taken down again. The Reinhardt on the chandelier. Did you see that?
Yeah. Ela does have his repair back up again. Getting pushed by Constantly on the Genji though. Manages to pick him off though. Not enough. Repair comes out looking for something, finds Killer Rowan. Sphinx at high energy is building up energy, but not enough to kill people. And 3 minutes and 17 seconds left over for Venom Esports.
Some great attack play from Venom there on Eichenwalde. Well, I mean, like, you've been talking about Eichenwalde for them. They have been quite the stuff in this matchup so far on this map. But the side of Region Esports are going to be looking to do the same. I think for the side of I think the reason that Region Esports lost that first defense was because of the Reinhardt play from Carlos against Cows. Like, Cows was often being outplayed on the Reinhardt. Obviously, when your Reinhardt goes down early and your team has a Reinhardt shatter, like, it's going to be costly. Like, you will get taken down without that shield. It's a team kill waiting to happen almost. Well, obviously not a team kill because there's only 5 in the fight, but it's a team kill waiting to happen pretty much. Especially when the team's forced to be on the point in that third sector, like they were. And so that just gave Carlos the opportunity to shatter so many people and force the 3 points on their attack. But now it is their defensive turn, and they are running a very countery divey comp. Apart from running the Genji, they're running Ana, Junkrat, very counter dive heroes. With the sleep, nade, and with the Junkrat and traps and mines that can crowd control an offensive dive. But what is very interesting is that they're going to be running the triple tank with the Hanzo solo DPSing, maybe. I'm not sure if that will stay the case, but maybe that will happen. What do you think Region can do here? Do you reckon they can get all 3 points?
Depending on how they play it. I mean, again, they've got to look out for Elo Moon. If they win one fight, Elo Moon's going to be behind them looking for a triple kill with the Riptire like he did earlier today. They just gotta make sure they're watching out for him. Constable actually switches off. They're running a very heavy dive right now.
Okay, so they're running the pharmacy, and if you look at the comp of the defense, they've got nothing to do with it. Literally nothing. So that's going to allow Hacksaw to get the kill off on VK. Kilo just go down to Elo Moon, so it is even in the fight right now. Both supports down, one support down from both teams, but the side of Region are going to be initiating on the point here. Constable just go down the General though. General also taking down Hacksaw. Sphinx to take down Elo, but again, this is a big advantage right now for the side of the defense as Karloff takes Sphinx out of the mech and finishes him off, and that is going to force a regroup for the side of Region Esports.
And now Elo's coming back with the Riptire. He won't be able to get as big a flank off as he was doing earlier, but they've still got to be careful. He's going to try and get behind them as best he can. Constable actually on the junk right now. He's getting a flank of his own. He's up in the below the lower halls here. Gets a kill on the Midas. Beautiful shots. And now he has to back up here, make sure his team's there, ready to push in. And with his flank almost catches Noxy on the on again. Somehow manages to get a double. Oh, he gets a triple kill. He didn't even see anybody else. He was just going for Noxy. Managed to get 3 other people.
Oh, fair play. That's what you get when you have the splash damage of the mine, taking down 2 there as well as getting an assist on another one. And that is going to be eventually a cap for the side of Region Esports, and now the pressure is on them to win these fights in the midsection, not be stalled too much, so they can get this third section underway. So they can try and get anywhere near as high of a time as Venom did on their attack, and that first pick of the fight is going to help as Elo Moon is taken down by Sphinx.
But Grav is up for the side of Venom Esports. Riptire is coming from the flank, coming from behind, wrapping all over the place. Managed to find General. They won't be able to use the Dragon Blade with the Grav here, and they just back up here. Oh, Konsafu again manages to survive the pin. He calls, just takes a pin for Konsafu. Manages ends up dying though.
Cal's really playing the sacrificial role there. Cal's is going to get messed up though. But if you look in the top right of the screen, look at it. It's six blue ticks right there. The first of them being used early in the fight. The Jongatai just come out. It's going to get Sphinx, I believe. No. So it's going to get Kale. Yeah, Kale. I'm sorry. I thought I saw it in my. I was just looking at the screen for the copy. Because we just take down the Genji on the side of the defense. The Earthshatter does come in. The barrage is going to come in for the offense, but Carl's taking down Killer and Elo's going to himself. This fight looking very even right now. Still grab Genji Blade up for the side of the defense as well as Nano Boost. But the D-Ball comes in. It's nearly big. Gage is going to be able to dodge it. The grab might come out here from the side of the defense. The Nano Blade comes out, and the grab is big. That's the combo they need. It's only going to take down one though. And the neck, but Goldie's resin here will make a difference. Sphinx going down, and I think that might be a cause for the side of Region to regroup here. But again, it's not over just yet. Haxel getting the boot kill on Elo.
And Haxel cleaning up so many kills here. General only managed to get 1 kill, and Kalos has a primal rage here if he wants to pop it. I don't think he needs to though. And they actually managed to fight back at that point. Now they can't really get there with the same amount of time that Venom Esports did, but if he can get over 2 minutes, they're still set.
Yeah, some good attack play so far from Region. They're figuring out how to deal with Elo on the Junkrat. As you can see there in the top right of the kill feed, Constable taking him down with the splash damage and the direct shots on Junkrat. I mean, the dive comes up. Not really sure why.
Just very iffy. He was so far from everybody, and their positioning was just all around. They were all around the corner. I don't know why we would commit to that, really.
The Lucio though does come out for the side of defense. General takes down Constable's tire, but Constable taking down his counterpart. Once again, Elo being shut down, put in Constable's back pocket right now. Sphinx takes down Karloff, and this is some very good stuff we're seeing from the side of Region Esports. They're looking to cavalry points here, and the Haxel takes down Emptash. Is anybody going to be able to touch? Yes, the tire comes out, takes down Kinrowan, and the Valkyrie comes out from Goldie though. He's going to go down though. And some great play there from the tanks of the side of Venom, holding this point just about. A very close call there from the side of... oh wait, maybe not. Okay, yeah, it is, yeah.
He would have the 1v4 there. Although I wish it would happen, that would be very fun to see. Very unlikely there. Has Goldie always been on the Mercy?
Yeah, and but
So
what
the
isn't
Valkyrie
good?
was used last fight.
That look how much that staggered though. That was a huge stagger.
Well, Noxie does have the Valkyrie ready for this engage. General Murder has to be very careful, taking so much damage.
I mean,
And Gale is at
both
full
these
energy here.
different
Grab is up. Beautiful grab. Finds 3 people. Doesn't seem like there'll be enough. Then Kostapu just puts his ult into their grab. Somehow manages to find 2 kills off that. Rocket Barrage comes out. Still nothing. These Rocket Barrages from Haxor have been very disappointing. Midas engaged, both finds kills. Deadeye comes out. Knocks Diva out of mech. General making sure that Sphinx won't be able to put too much damage out. And beautiful Riptire from Eilmoon catches 2 people. Gage finishes off Haxor off towards the right. And Haxor hasn't been impressing me on this fair. He can hit his shots, but his barrages have been so lackluster.
Yes, I mean, Haxor I think would be good there because they took the advantage in that fight. He should have pushed up more aggressively and done a very aggressive barrage. He's trying to do very defensive and shooty barrages, which I think don't really work out for him. But now with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go, a lot of pressure is on Ridge Esports to cap this first point. Constantly taking down this Cannonball once again. Constantly every single fight so far is taking down Elon, and Elon I think being picked right back up. A good pin from Cal, but Goldie gets headshot as he's using Valkyrie, so that's not what you want. If the Reges aren't there now, Elo Moon taking down Sphinx and Cal. Both tanks out for the side of Region right now, and some great McCree play there. Just 2-tapping Goldie on the Mercy after his Valkyrie. So,
and Gage has grab for this fight with the Riptide. This could be it.
Yeah, this looks to be going in the way of Venom.
This will most likely be the last fight, since it takes about 10 seconds to even walk to the point here. And look at Elo's positioning here. He's ready for the grab. He's just waiting for that flame tire. Manages to finally kill Constafu. 2 people in the grab. Finds both of them anyways. Rocket Barrage again finds absolutely nothing. Haxor, you have to get better positioning than that, man. Nice
yeah, that's going to be it. Nobody's going to be able to touch. Nobody's able to touch.
Enemies for step 1. Bye, General.
Victory.
Haxor's affair was very disappointing. After the second point, just didn't do much. He should have switched off a while ago, in my opinion.
Play of the game.
Yeah, I don't think the fire is necessarily good for that third sector, as obviously it's very indoors. Look at this! Look at this! This is funny. Look at that.
This is what I'm saying. Eilmoon finds his flanks and just stays there and finds or does whatever he can to put damage out.
Yeah.
Engaged 27 high energy kills. Did a very good job as Zarya that time around. Much better than the last map.
The next map is...
I will tell you if I remembered. Next map
Hollywood.
is
I think it's Hollywood. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Hollywood, and then after that, the dreaded Hanamura.
Hanamura always produces good matches, though.
Yeah. People just hate playing on it.
Welcome to Hollywood.
But we are going to be getting this third map on the series so far. It is 1-1 currently if you're just coming into the match. And we have a pause, really.
You're going to get another sandwich, CG? Is that it?
What?
For a while. For a few months ago, I was casting with Max, or with Bemi, and AG went to get a sandwich and didn't give us any.
Oh, Venom Esports have a timeout.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, yeah. How long does this pause? One eternity later.
I mean, I thought it was supposed to be like 2 minutes. But like, if we could, get it going again, because I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm hungry.
Gotta have that breakfast though.
I mean, it's 12:30 and I woke up at like 8. So, I'm kind of hungry.
Ah. Yes. Yes. Angels. It's about time.
This is a long pause.
Yeah, very long. But we're going to be getting ahead with this third map on Hollywood. First of all, Ryujin Esports are going to be on the attack, running the, by looks things, obviously that might not be what they're running, but on the defense we can correctly say what they'll run. They'll be running the Orisa Hog, Junkrat, Torbjorn by looks things. VK might be taking the Orisa, no, the Mercy or the Moira, and there's the Moira coming in there. And they'll whip out that res, so I think side the offense I would predict would run a normal death ball into this, probably, because it's very counter dive with Junkrat, Hog and Torbjorn, as well as Orisa. All of those heroes do very counter dive,
Although
yeah.
Fair would work really well against him too. Take down the Torb turret, take down an Elomoon
Well,
at
if the Torb turret's
range.
behind the Orisa barrier, then the Torb turret isn't going to get taken down easily, is it? So it's all situational. It depends what's in front of what, and if the Torb turret's on its own or if it's with a barrier. And that's probably where I picked the Orisa Torb turret in the first place. Although Orisa is very good on Hollywood on her own, but by looks things, they will be running the Sparrow Soldier. Cal will be on the Winston, Haxor will be on the Mercy instead of the hit scan, Hero will be on the Moira, and Finch will be on the D, but they're running the dive bomb, constantly taking down General Murder's turret straight away like you were talking about.
Now General has to find a good spot for his turret so that it doesn't get taken down immediately again, because if it gets taken down just right away, he loses all the value out of that full turret. Although he takes down Call, I guess he found value in the scrap gun.
It was the Orisa bubble, the Orisa orb thing just pulled him off pipeline and pulled him into the whole team, and he just got completely destroyed from there. But the fight might be swinging around in the favour of what just happened? What just happened?
Concepu booped himself away, and Orisa just pulled him right back to where he started. Gage.
Oh, wow.
Just dunking on him. That was mean.
Yeah, some good play there from the Orisa of Gage so far, single-handedly killing the Winston from the orb, as well as killing the Zeus barrier. By looking, Constantly though takes down General Murder's touch, but Carlos and Elam and Gage all do work for the side of the defense. Gage right now on fire on the Orisa, well obviously not literally, but not in the game, but like he's doing really well. Constantly though taking down Elam Moon as well as taking down General's turret once again. Although nearly 6 ultimates are in for the defense, all they've got to do is synergy really, and they can take this fight. They can take the they can spread those ults over 2 or 3 fights, but beside the offense also have 5 ults boost and engagement by the odds. The Jungle Tide does come out, although it does get taken down by Goldie. General Murder though taking down Punch 2, as well as Elo taking down Cal. Yeah, they don't need to use any more ults there. They used very intelligently. They've used 3 ults to win that fight. Oh wait, when did Ritual come in? Was that a very late Ritual, or did that come in?
The Ritual probably shouldn't have been committed there. Gage put it in way too late after the fight was pretty much won. And look at Goldie, looking like Elo Guardian with this flank, sitting right on that health pack. And now the Torch Turret's about to go down, possibly making sure to focus that over
the D-Bolt just come in though, that's big. It takes down the turret as well as General. General getting taken down, constantly using the barrage. He's going to get one, but he's going to be taken down by Elo Moon. But this looks to be going just about in the way of Region, although it's not quite over yet. Cal's just take down Mitash. Gage just go down, as well as VK being the second support on the side of Venom to go down. And Elo Moon is also going to get taken down, and this looks to be a first point cap finally for the side of Region Esports.
A great stall from Venom there, making sure to take it down to 1 minute before they actually cap it. Usually you see that at the 3rd point, not the 1st.
I think the whole difference could have been the Orisa, honestly. If they use the Orisa early fight there and stop the fire from getting in with the help of the damage boost, like not letting her get 1 kill there, as well as taking down Goldie and the dive from the Winston, that could have made all the difference. But there's no point, you can't change the past, but what you can do is write the future. So it's all going to be down to all going to be down to right now the offensive regions. They have 3 minutes to take this second phase and then take the first phase as well with the extra time. Cal does take down Carlos. The G-Bolt comes in once again from Sphinx. It's big as it takes down General 2 picks and confuses the barrage once again, taking down Mitas and Elo Moon. I mean, Constantine does go down, but it's not enough for the side of the defense as Constantine is picked right back up, as well as Gage being taken out of mech and VK Knox being taken down. They're just stagger there on the border there. It's unreal. Gage going down eventually to Goldie's Helix rocket.
I don't know, it looks like someone on Region Esports can actually get kills with the barrage. Haxor being shown how it's done. Katsubu said, give me the controller, I'll play for you. And nice kill on Amita. Such a huge kill there. Elo gets taken down by Katsubu on the fair. Katsubu doing much better than Haxor was doing in my opinion. General gets taken down by a random shot. And
I mean, Goldie's going to take down 3 as well.
Consubu's been doing so much better about putting pressure on Elo, and then it just opens up space for Goldie to get in there and put some damage out.
Yeah, some good work from the side of especially Goldie and Constu. Like their teamwork together has kind of been like really good. So I think whenever Goldie takes down Elo, or whenever Constu does it, it just allows damage-wise the side of Region to just take over. Elo Moon getting taken down early once again there. Region coming in to the end. The Devox comes out. It's not going to take down anybody though. Carlos is going to get weak on the Winston. He's going to have to back up. The dive comes in from Cals. He's going to get low. He's going to pop the Winston upstairs. Constu uses the barrage, taking down General, as well as taking down Carlos. This looks to be going in the way of Region Esports as Goldie takes down Gage and uses the Tapfizer. Although the double Riptide comes in, that might be what they need to kind of bring some kind of yeah, they're just probably not going to do anything as Haxor uses the Mercy up pick up to there, and this looks to be 3 points on the board coming in anytime now. The new ball comes in, it doesn't take down anybody, but Killer Owen is getting pick after pick with the help of the Mercy pocket, and yeah, this is gonna be, yeah, it's just a matter of time at the end of the day. Only the supports on the point as well as the Junkrat. Yeah, it's all ready to kill feed. Nobody's gonna be there to touch after the Tracer dies. Yeah, there it is. Oh wait, no, again, it's just like stagger. It's like you can count down from 5, so this will be it. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, yeah, there we go. Eventually, geez, that was some good stalling work there from the side of Enemy Sports.
And Constantine, really, even though he didn't get all the kills, or he didn't get all the damage, he put enough pressure on the Elo Guardian, or Elo Moon, sorry, to make him back off, make him have to play a lot more safely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the
triple tank again from Venom Esports.
Yeah, I think the Moira's, especially when you run a triple tank death ball, the Moira call can be very, very strong. Like with the fact that it can just take over. Like in my opinion, it can like the amount of healing it can do is just broken. It's unreal.
Moira is a very strong hero. I called it from the moment I saw her on the live stream. She's gonna be OP. Nobody's gonna be able. I mean, really, the only way you can deal with the Moira is have a diva there to matrix the orbs, because the orbs do so much with her. Other than that, there's no other way to deal with Moira.
Yeah. So anyway, the pressure I think is certainly on the side of Enemy Sports right now, as it is their turn to attack and try and get 3 points out of this map on Hollywood. It's kind of, it's not, although not as extreme, it's a similar situation that Region Esports were caught under last map on Eichenwalde, but instead it's the other way around and not as much time. But the side of the offense are going to be running the 5 tank. Interesting. Let's see how this goes. Running the double barrier. They're running a 5. Look now. but they've got nothing to do with Constitute, so it's gonna as well as they have the splash damage of Constitute, the constant damage of Goldie as well as the Discord. So Killer Owens, one of those three has to go down really early, and they're on the point right now. And Carlos is going to be the first to go down. Killer Owen on the high ground. He's going to drop though. He's going to maybe get himself a bit unsafe, like maybe risk his safety a little bit. Although this probably is going to be ending up going in the way of Reardon. Yeah, this is going to be. Yeah, Constitute taking down General when VK Nox going down, and this is going to be a regroup for the side of Venom Esports.
That was a very interesting attempt, but I think they could have benefited from a healer other than Lucio there. Elomoon actually sticking with the Roadhog, finally seeing him off the Junkrat. Going for a hook, misses, or isn't in range to hit it, and Killer Owens barely gets out of his life.
Yeah, I think, especially the fact that they ran quintuple tank, like, I think the fact that they ran that is just look at the ults already. They've already got 4 or 5 ults for the next fight, and minute 25 into the game, and they're gonna only need, maybe by the looks of this, they're only gonna need one to take this fight. The barrage is gonna be that one. The Urshad, again, I'm not really sure why that was necessary until when you fight starts. That's gonna charge Killer Owens. As well, that's going to charge a lot of ults, and that's going to make sure that Haxel gets the ult for the second fight. Sphinx is probably going to have Diva Bomb as well, but I'm not really sure that Ashafter was completely necessary there. But anyway, that's going to be used from Kel there, and that's going to force a regroup from the side of Venom Esports.
And North Advantage is still pretty even right here. Transcendence and Diva Bomb coming up for the defense, along with the attack visor and Doctor. They have General Murder goes down first to Constitute. We're looking for something more. Gage goes down real low. Doesn't get taken down just yet, but Goldie with the attack visor killed Noxie.
Yeah, Goldie going in on the soldier right now.
Very strong defense coming up so far from Ryujin. And now only a minute and a half left. They have to. Venom Esports has to start worrying here. They do have plenty of ults in this fight though. Although they have to watch for the Transcendence, so Transcendence can completely nullify the grab.
Yeah, the default is going to come in from the defense. It's not going to hit anything. Spring's not getting anything with that default. Although, yeah, as you said, the Graviton is there. It is going to be used. It's going to get on the back of point. The defensive barrage there is going to come in. Again, this fight looking very even right now. The side of the defense might just be going down. Although not quite. It's 2v2 on the point. Only two supports against attacking and DPS. The Earthshatter comes in. It's not going to get anything though. Quite a weak Earthshatter. Goldie goes down to VK. And it looks to be going in the way of the side of the defense. As VK picks down 2. The reason Elo's a Bastion, the reason he's on that is because he can back up.
Oh no. That was short-lived.
He's going to get taken down. That was a not very good play from Elo. Constitute goes down, but it's not going to be enough. As the side of Ryujin are back on this point, and the attack visor comes out, and this looks to be going to be a hold. 30 seconds left on the board. Purple Serpent, no, why did I say Purple Serpent? Venom. I don't know where that came from. Venom are gonna not be able to initiate in as a full team here. They've got 10 seconds. Somebody's gonna have to touch. And by looks things, it's going to be the Reinhardt or the Tracer here. Although, as I say, the Tracer, Elo gets taken down early, constantly taking down his counterspot there. There is no pressure on the high ground. Oh, the Earthshatter only takes down the Lucio of the side of the offensive team. Although, again, it's red in the kill feed right now. Red on the point as they do roll. And Zeno are on the point for the side of the defense. It is nothing but Ryujin Esports in the kill feed. And that is going to be a 2-1 in the series so far. A third map win on Hollywood with a score of 3-0. Yeah, my bad there. I think I was just associating Purple Serpents with Venom, I guess. But it kind of relates. Yeah, Sphinx is coming in with player of the game here. On the defense, and very good D play. The D-roll, I think he tries. Do you see that? He tries to do it up, as you see. That's funny, but anyway, he's going to stop. Situation on that. A nutty play there from Sphinx.
And one more map. It's a beautiful region to win this.
Yeah, Ace. Angel Ace. Thank you for the name drop. Anyway, this fourth map of the series is going to be Hanamura.
Well, if Region wins this, they take the take the tournament right here. Venom has to win this and win the next one to actually manage to win the tournament. They can't mess up now.
Yeah, no, we do however see like the Hanamura like produces some phenomenal matches, not gonna lie. Like in the World Cup especially with the USA, Korea, Canada, Korea, all of that, all of these matchups as well as that, like it's just full of it. It's as well as that Australia, Canada was quite a good map on Hanamura as well. I think. I hope it's the case in this map as well, because this is a great series so far between Region and Venom. I thought that Region would take the Swift 3-0, but Venom proved that they really could perform well on Eichenwalde, especially as Elo and Carlos did very well on the Wine and Junkrat. But now we are going to be going into this fourth map of the series when our host Amateur Gamer is ready, and seeing whether Region Esports can take a 3-1 and take the very first European tournament of the amateur gamer community, or whether Venom can take it to a fifth map, winning this Hanamura 2CP map.
Whenever you're ready, AG.
Traveling to Hanamura.
We're going to be heading into Hanamura now. I'm really excited for this map. I'm not gonna lie. This Junkrat can be very dominant, so we'll see how much work Elo can do on this Junkrat.
And this is also one of the few maps that Farah really doesn't do too much on. First point, Farah can work, but for the second point, it's so closed in. You have nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
Yeah, in first point you do have a lot of sight shots, so you can do a lot of spam like into the track to get you out quick. But second point, I think Farah's like probably one of the worst DPS to run. Personally, that's my opinion, and obviously you agree with me. But like a few people do disagree with that. I've heard people being completely against that idea and being like, "Oh, Hanamura is probably one of Farah's best maps." Like I've heard that from Farah DPS such as Blue Ninja, as well as I'm trying to remember who else I heard it from, but I have heard it from a few people that they really like Farah on this map. But anyway, in terms of Farah, they're going to be running the defensive Farah, which I think the defensive Farah could be quite interesting on this map. Offensive Farah is quite poor, but I think I'm not really sure. I've really got an opinion on the defensive Farah, but the offense are going to be running the Ryan, Zarya, Junkrat, Hanzo, maybe not the Hanzo, that might not stick, but VK Nox will be running the Moira, and Nita will be on the Zen.
And Elomoon, of course, on the Junkrat that he has been almost exclusively playing. Hoping to see him maybe try and push Goldie or Constantine somehow, but Goldie is just gonna have high ground over him, and it's not gonna be any contest if he lets him have it.
Oh, I tell you what. The direct hit from Elo does come out on the Hacksaw, but he's not going to be taking down Constable, taking down the Moira and the Junkrat from the side of Venom, and as well as that, Carlos gets taken down by Sphinx. Cal's doing work as the other tank on the side of Region takes down the Zarya. So it's the Zarya kills the Ryan, and the Ryan kills the Zarya, and Hacksaw gets the 6th kill of the fight, getting the headshot off on the Mita, showing that Mercy is in fact a DPS as well.
And General's in the backline right now. This could be dangerous. Elomoon takes down Sphinx out of nowhere. I don't think he'll be able to get res. No, they push up, and so no res can be used. And General's on the objective right now, trying to pull Region back to the point, trying to get them out of position. But Goldie finishes him off before he can run away.
Good fight from Goldie. That's the pick that they need right now because they were in the 5v6. Conspiro using the barrage, he's going to take down 2. He will get taken down, but that's going to be enough to win the fight. It's the Lucio and Zarya as well as the Reinhardt and Moira. Both tanks, both supports are all down for the side of Venom, and the Res coming in there to pick up Conspiro. To give him credit for his barrage there, giving Region Esports the advantage they need in this fight, and out of nowhere, what looked to maybe be going in the way of Venom is suddenly a good barrage and hammer down means that the side of Region win that fight once again.
Oh, Cal's again with a very poor hammer down. He hasn't been impressing me at all with these. He has to be a lot more careful when he uses them. He tends to use them at the end of fights, but Elo and General both get taken down. They have to back up now.
Yeah, I think Cal's a lot of the time he's not really letting his shield charge. Like he's just it's so low, and like they got 2 picks there. What they could have done, they could have backed up and waited for the shield to reach to like he could have backed up and waited for the shield to be back up for us. But then again, he is at the end of the day top 500 Reinhardt, so he does what he wants to do. He's playing more of an aggressive version of Reinhardt. Killer Owen does go down like to Elo Moon. Oh, the Lucio beat comes in, and that is what you call a big stasher. The barrage comes in, it picks up 2, the Tranquility and the Tempo to come up apart from Valkyrie being used right now for the side of the defense. That's going to allow Goldie to kill all of Venom. Goldie going in there on the soldier, picking up I think 3, 4, 5 even.
Thanks for the assist.
And that's going to allow Venom Esports to regroup. That's going to force them, to regroup. That's going to allow Region Esports to win the fight. And now with 1 minute left to go, that is the pressure totally on Venom right now. They have to really take this point if they're going to win this series. They can't even win the map if they don't take this. They don't get a tick on this point. No piece going in for either team yet. Although General just gets taken down by Goldie, and a huge grab comes in. Constipoo and Killer Owen and Goldie getting picked for the side of Region Esports, and it is nothing but them in the kill feed right now. Cal's just get low against the... Okay, yeah, that's going to be nothing but blue in the kill feed, nothing but Region. And now with 30 seconds left on the board, it is all but desperate messes right now for the side of the offense of... for the side of Venom. They do have the hammer down, they do have the more and nothing else to work with. These junk bombs and tires are going to have to come in big if he charges it up quickly enough. Constu almost close to the barrage, as well as the hammer down being on 90% as well. The hammer down should be up any second, although Gage does take down Killer and Cal goes down. That's going to be the Valkyrie being used, surely. No, Hacksaw with the Valkyrie not using it, and that's a throw almost, to be completely honest.
Won that fight right there if they fought the Valkyrie.
I mean, hang on. Zero plays. Coming in, it's only the top left on the board, and the coach takes down
baby demon versus Zarya, and he wins it. Sphinx wins.
Sphinx takes down Gage before Gage can get back in the mech, and that's a phenomenal hero play coming in, doing a 2v5 there. Conspiracy taking down 3 with the barrage, and Sphinx taking down the Junkrat and the Diva before she can get back in mech. If the Diva gets back in mech there, that will still be a fight 1 probably for the side of the offense. So that was a very, very important kill from Sphinx there, taking down the final 2 there. And now, I mean, the side of the defensive now, Venom can still win this map because they did manage to get 2 ticks, well, just under 2 ticks. But the side of I mean, the fader right there, like it's a lot of pressure on the side of Venom. And now Region Esports only 2 ticks, only 65.4% on first point of Hanamura to take this series with a score of 3-1 and take this map of a score of 1-0. Do you see it happening, Angels? Do you see it happening or no?
I don't really think that Venom has a chance here. Ryujin's probably just gonna take this point. I'm guessing within a minute. Although they are running the same comp they ran on Hollywood that allowed them to hold for a good 2.5 minutes. So who knows really? They could. I mean, they could pull out some crazy pick if Killer Owen sticks with this Widow and manages to get a pick off. That's pretty much it. There's no mercy on the defense or res. So any pick that can come out here helps, whether it's with a Pharah, with a Widow, even with the Hanzo, just pull out, come in over the top left window and scatter someone.
Yeah, I mean, I do rate the Widow on the side of the offense. I do rate the pick. Caxel's on the Torium, but he'll probably end up switching over to the Mercy. Oh no, Kidarone's going to be on the Moira. Haxel will be on the Widow. Goldie will be on the Mercy. So that's very interesting. I don't know why they're role swapping there, because Goldie did extremely well on that hit scan, to be honest, along with Constable on the Fire. But Haxel will be taking the hit scan for this offense on the Widow. Elo is going to be trying to spam through that top, but he's going to be. I mean, a lot of pressure's on him. There's not really much he can do spam-wise, because he can't really peek into this Widow and Pharaoh damage. But again, no picks going off for either team just yet. A very, very defensive-looking team right now, Venom, with the Junkrat spam, just picking around the corner near Orisa. They're going to be looking to fall off on his Roadhog, hook from Carlos.
And Constable is in the backline right now, putting a lot of damage out, taking down the Torg turret over and over again. But so far hasn't been able to get a single pick. And he's gonna go down to the Torg turret if he's not careful here.
Constable almost going down there, getting very low. He's on 90% on the barrage, however. Haxel makes sure that actual turret doesn't get back up. But the headshot from General takes down Haxel. Sphinx also goes down, and this looks to be a first fight going in the way of the side of Venom. But if you look on the ultimate board right now, all that they really need to do is hit a good barrage, and then there's literally nothing that the defense can do, because they don't have that mercy. They lose 3, and then they're at a huge disadvantage. The Reinhardt charge just come in. It's a bit of a flow as he gets taken down by the Elo, and that's all they're going to need. The Moira ult is wasted from Killer Owen, as well as the barrage being wasted. Goldie also wasted Valkyrie. That's 3 ultimates right there for the side of the offense, and they haven't got anything out of it.
Well, Elo did completely nullify them both, 2 of those ults, basically, and put a lot of damage on the barrage tank Farah, and put a lot of damage. He actually killed Killer Owen on the Moira. So great play by him yet again on this Junkrat. They still have plenty of time here to build up ults. His Sphinx lands a big grab, that's it. There's no follow-up. And that's a beautiful pick onto the Moira.
That might help. That might help. Both supports going down early. Moira and Lucia, as you said, are both down. The Earthshack comes in. It doesn't get anyone. And Elo Moon picks up 2, so this could be swinging back in the way of the defense. Sphinx goes down.
Has another barrage. He just used it. Hook is down. He can actually get a kill here if he's not. Oh, not. Oh no! He and Goldie went so low right there.
I mean,
Max was on a flank too.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Both Junkrats down. There's no spam coming in there. Well, not nearly as much right there as Constantly takes down Elo. There isn't any res for Elo right now, but there is a res for Axel, I guess. Although the res is going to be used there. VK goes down low to Constitute, still on this left-hand side. And all that Sphinx needs to do here is hit a good grab. And then they combo that with the, this looks to be it as a necessarily hero plays coming in here. The beat does come in along with the whole might come out here. Oh no, it's only 70%. And he's going to go down, 2 down, and that looks to be nobody there to touch. Junkrat from Elo can't touch, and that is going to be it. The side of Region Esports taking the map of Hanamura with a score of 1-0 after some fairly good defensive play from the side of Venom. But that is going to be the series 3-1, and that is going to be and that is going to be the first EU tournament victory going to Region Esports.
And Elo Moon getting play of the game again. He's so good at getting a lot of kills with his Riptire. It's just it wasn't enough for his team to win the map. And to think if Sphinx hadn't been there to bubble Constable on that fair on the defense when he got the 3-man barrage, they most likely would have lost that first point. Or would have taken the first point, and that would have been a very different story. Region would have had to probably take some amount of point in second.
I think there were 2 things. What Venom needed to do to keep to try and win something. Like I think, to be honest, if you want my complete honest opinion, I think Carlos was outplaying Cals all the time when they were buy from Ryan. So they kind of needed to farm that. They needed to use that as their advantage. They need to help Carlos out as much as possible. And like if they helped Carlos out, he would have been dominant. He would have been able to do a lot in the game. But I mean, Junkrat is a very good hero. He can do very well, but he's easily counterable. As you saw, Constable, as soon as he was on that Pharaoh, that made the Junkrat's job extremely harder for Venom. And obviously, when you're on Pharmacy, there's nothing really that can kill. Like if you kill the hit scan, if there's no hit scan on the side of Venom, then nothing can kill the Pharaoh. So it's kind of like it gets to the point where all they do is run the Pharmacy, and then just because of running Pharmacy, Venom are at a huge disadvantage because they have that guy who doesn't switch off Junkrat.
Yo.
Yo, what up?
Hello.
What's going on?
I'm just gonna wait for for some questions coming. I think so. I think AD's posting questions in the chat, and we'll ask them. I guess. You're right, Sphinx. Congratulations.
What's up, dude? Cheers, bud.
Hey, what's up, Sphinx?
How's it going, dude? Where's that then?
Guys, can you make sure before we start off with the interviews, can you make sure you're right, Killer. What do you think? Like, can you like make sure you have your voice shared so like everyone can be heard by your stream? Can you guys make sure you've done that?
Yeah, mine's good.
Everyone's all good.
Everyone's good.
Yeah, Gucci.
Right, Angels. Do you want to start off by asking Gage and Carlos? Where's Carlos in here?
No, he's on here. Noxy is in here.
Okay, sweet. Angels, do you want to start off by asking Gage the question? Do you want to start off by doing it?
Sure.
So you do Venom, I'll do Reardon.
Yeah. Gage, y'all did really well overall. How do you feel about Mora? Like, how do you think she's gonna change how the game's played?
Oh man. I don't know. I don't really play her that much. That's more Noxy's question. I don't really play sport, but I think she goes well with tanks for sure.
Alright, cool. And I guess Noxy instead of Carlos. What was the plan knowing you guys would be playing Rushin? Like, what did you guys think? How did you guys think about when you were gonna push in against them, stuff like that?
Definitely knew it was going to be really hard anyways, since they are a really good team. But we tried our best anyways. All we could really do.
What did you guys think was the thing that made them hard to beat? Like the biggest thing?
Pharmacy.
Yep. We didn't have our Widow player, so it's a ripperoni.
All right. So I'm gonna ask Killer Owen. We saw a lot of obviously Lucio and Moira from you. Moira particularly, what would you see? A similar question as Angels asked Venom. What would you see Moira doing in this new meta of like when, especially in 6v6 situations? What do you think Moira can do in the meta?
You can't do too much if you're going to play Rain Zarya because you're just going to run out of healing, but if you're going to run like a fast combat dive, it'll be really good.
Okay, that's interesting. As well, Sphinx, what happened? What ended up happening on Eichenwalde? What was the plan going into that, and what kind of went wrong? Would you say for you guys?
The whole Eichenwalde map is very good for Junkrat, just in general. There's lots of walls you can bounce his bombs off of, and just the positioning you can get in as well. So we knew that was going to be a hard map from the start, especially when they got to the last phase of the castle as well. But I don't know, we were like had in our minds that we wanted to switch to dive as soon as possible. But I don't know, we just kind of kept going with it. I mean, we kind of wanted to use the Zarya, or the whole Junkrat situation, to keep the Zarya charged as much as possible. But I don't know, it was a really, really hard match, that was, to be fair. We made a lot of mistakes that we shouldn't have.
Okay, so what was your mindset? This is like a question on my own. What was your mindset going into the third map, like Hollywood? What were you thinking? What was the plan? Because you lost that second map. were you kind of analysing like what can we do to stop that from happening again? Or were you kind of just like, oh, it's okay, we chill, we got this. Like, what was the plan?
Well, we were pretty chilled about that, but we knew Hollywood would be a good map for us because we were either going to run the Orisa, Torbjorn, Sombra, and just camp the cafe, or we were just going to run what we did run with the soldier on high ground and just continuously peel every time someone tried to come for him. And we just, I don't know, we were pretty chill going into that map, to be honest with you. We just kind of let, the past is the past, we lost. I mean, there was nothing we could have done about it, so we just move on and then play 10 times better the next game.
Okay, sweet. So another question I've got for Venom. You know, you've got a very, very strong Junkrat player. There's no doubt about that. He did very well on the Junkrat. But when the enemy team runs a flag, what's the plan? Like, what do the rest of your team do to help out your Junkrat? Because obviously, when you're running Junkrat in fire, it gives you significant disadvantage. So you've got to try and negate that fire as much as you can. What did you do to try and do that?
Well, we had our other DPS go McCree at 1.1 instance. I don't really remember too much about the other maps. But other than that, he's not going to switch up junk, so we're going to have a junk.
We don't really have a plan. We just roll
with it, man.
We just do it.
Fair play. Right, so Angels, have you got any more questions?
No, I'm good.
All right. Oh wait. Actually, Amateur just asked us to ask one more thing. So, would you say, because obviously this is the very first EU tournament, typical competitor, like all the NA teams competing in NA tournaments and that sort of stuff that we've seen for a long time in the AG community. This is the very first EU tournament. Would you say there are any big differences between playing in EU or NA versus, or like NA in competitive and in like a 6v6 situation? What's the differences?
Well, if you look at yeah, definitely ping's a big thing. I mean, we're kind of used to playing on, like, we've played against so many NA teams that we're used to it now, so it doesn't exactly bother us that much, but yeah, the play styling is different. NA teams are so predictable. They're going to run the same stuff over and over and over. They don't do anything different and weird, which is why when you see an EU tournament enter an EU team enter an NA tournament, the EU team 9 times out of 10 always wins. It's because they do different things. They got a different play style. You seem to just think more when it comes to.
So would you say that situation. EU team that NA teams don't switch off if it goes wrong? Is that what you're trying to say? So like.
No, they'll switch off, but they run the same stuff like all the time. So it's really predictable to know what they're going to run. Like a lot of NA teams favour the Ryan Zaya over the dive comp, and then they will stick with Ryan Zaya because they've either got one tricks on their team or that's what they've practiced most. But then dive can just absolutely ruin it completely, and it's super hard to play against. But no, NA teams are generally more predictable in the way they're going to play and how they're going to do stuff.
All right. So, have you got any input on that, Venom? Have either of you two? Venom? Have you guys got any kind of opinion on that, or do you just really agree with what Sphinx says?
No, we can agree with that.
Fair play. Right. So, I think that's going to be it. Commiserations to you guys on Venom Esports. Very, very good final series. Going 3-1 to Region. Congratulations, Sphinx and your team, for winning the very first European tournament for Amateur Gamer. And I think AG will kind of just exit us out here. Thanks for co-casting with me, Angels. And thanks.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed. Sounds good.